Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome into Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. If you guys are not familiar, at the two gents that you see on your screen, we got the world-renowned, the one, the only garden guy, Bill, and just good old Jason of Mother Tucker's Antiques. So I don't know. I got to give myself some kind of title. But thank you all for coming in and hanging out with us. We hope you guys had a really good weekend. Thank you guys so much for the support over there on Vamp for our first sale. Thank you guys so much for the messages and the chat and all the positivity. We really enjoyed it. So guys, I think we're going to schedule another one and do one just by ourselves. So stay there, stay posted, be ready. We'll let you guys know when we're going to have our next Vamp sale. So Bill, how are you? Did you have a good weekend, sir?
I did. I went to Mother Tucker's yesterday. Did you know that?
You did, but you were there. You saw Tina, but then I was there after you left. Yes,
I was like the guy who breezed in through the door, stayed 5 minutes, and went back out. I had an agenda yesterday. I picked up my final display case for my holiday room, so I'm really excited.
I'm going to ask what inquiring minds want to know. When can we anticipate a video of the holiday room?
You know this already. I am so behind because of losing my voice for those 2 weeks. I haven't put a video up on YouTube in almost 2.5 weeks.
Has it been that long? 2.5 weeks?
Yeah. Oh and gosh. I still have a little like raspiness. So I'm trying to, since I'm spending most of my time teaching classes, I got to save my voice for my real job.
I hear you. Well,
but I plan on getting something up this week. It won't be the holiday room though.
Okay. Well, I'm dying to see the holiday room. So well, guys, thank you all for joining us. And I haven't put out content either. So Tina has one in the queue. She went to a local vintage market. So Tina's going to be putting out a video here shortly. And I actually been holding some things. I'm hoping to do another haul video. So there will be some content from Mother Tucker's coming very, very soon. With you guys all jumping in, welcome in. Happy Monday. Our official mod and bid ender is the one, the only Karen G. As always, Karen, thank you so much. And I think Kim is with us tonight, or maybe Kim is off tonight. I can't remember. Karen, if you could remind me, I think there was a Monday that she's not going to be here. And I think this was the Monday that Kim's not going to join us. But we also do have Tina as a backup. And if Ruthie jumps in or Amy jumps in, we'll have plenty of mods to help us. But Karen is our official mod and bid ender tonight. So we're going to say hello to everybody really quick. Bill's going to tell us how the sale is going to work, and then we're going to get into it. So hopefully you guys are here. I think we curated some really unique vintage. So we got the first one in the chat, the one, the only William, also known as Willie in the house, which, hello, sir. How are you? Hopefully you are doing well. It's so good to see you. We got the lovely Terry here with us. Good to see you, Terry. Happy Monday, everybody. See who else is here. There's our friend Helen, the New England Thrifter. Good to see you, Helen. Hopefully you guys are subscribed to her channel. It's the same exact name. Please head on over. Show some support to some of these other channels. She's working hard and has live sales throughout the week. The one I love is the one on Sundays, her and Sandy. They have a really good time. So hopefully you guys can head on over and follow Helen. How are you, Lisa? Good to see you. How are you, Cindy Lou? Good to see you here tonight. Who else is here with us? Hello, don't you know? Hopefully you're doing well. Hello, everybody. There she is. That's our official mod and bid ender for the evening, the very lovely Karen G. Please familiarize yourself with her avatar. She's the one going to be closing out all the bids. Speaking of the New England area, there is our friend Brian. So good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're well. How are you, Aunt Kiki? Good. Happy Monday, everybody. It's so good to see you. There's my mother in the chat, Linda Hellman. Good to see you, Mom. I love you. There she is, Karen Kennedy. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a great weekend. There she is, Dusty Moose. Good to see you. Hopefully you are doing well. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. There's Dawn Steelman in the chat. Good to see you. Followed by Glowy Girl. Good to see you, Glowy. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend and we're ready for a fun sale here tonight. How are you, Lillian? Good to see you. Followed by Jeannie. So good to see you in here. There is Beth C. Vintage Gang. Please give her a follow over on Vamp. She's a hardworking reseller as well, and she's doing little mini marathons over there and stuff. So make sure you give her a follow. How are you, Buttermilk and Cream? So good to see you. Now we're spanning the globe. We got Weirna here with us. Good to see you. Happy Monday, everybody. There's Tina, the other half of Mother Tuckers. How are you, Randy? That's a new name to me, but good to see you. Hopefully you're here to hang out with us. How are you? See who else is down here in the chat with us. Hello, Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures. It's so good to see you, gang. Please make sure you're subscribed to her channel. She has fun live sales on Thursday nights. And if you guys are on the East Coast and you want to hang out a little later into the evening, make sure you follow her. And if you're on the West Coast, she'd be your 8 o'clock, I think your 8 o'clock sale to watch. So please make sure you hang out with her. She puts on some fun sales and she has some really, really good vintage. How are you, Elaine? It's so good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Happy Monday, everybody. Who else is in here with us? How are you, Chris? My broom closet. It's always so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Who else is in here with us? We got Doreen in the chat. Good to see you, Doreen. Welcome in. And I think we're down to the bottom of the chat already. That was pretty quick. Folks want us to get moving, Bill. So
let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm going to turn it over to you, Bill. Tell them how it's going to work, and let's get to showing some vintage.
All right, I've been working on getting this down so quickly that we can start. So, hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Hi everyone there in the background who's here. We know there's lots of you here that aren't chatting in the chat, which is fine, but feel free to chat in the chat. Let's talk about the chat. Let's chat about the chat. The first thing you want to make sure is if you are a bidder or you're a chatter, that you have the best version of the chat possible on your device, whether or not it's a computer or a mobile device. So that means you want to make sure that your chat setting says live chat, all messages, or all messages. If it says top messages, use whatever toggle switch you have on your device to toggle out of that and choose all messages. That way, you will be able to see all of the messages. Nothing should get filtered in that way. The other thing you want to make sure is that you're beating the lag. Now, you can actually close out YouTube, come back into the sale, click on the sale, make sure the red dot is all the way over to the right, or an even better thing to do is to actually go into your settings menu. So if you're on a laptop or a computer, that's that little gear icon down at the bottom. And if you're on a mobile device, all you need to do is tap on my Irish nose today, my red Irish nose, and you should get a settings gear up at the corner. If you click on that and you hit playback speeds, you're going to see some options. You can set your playback speed to 2 times, and it should catch you up. Now, we may sound like Elvin and the Chipmunks for a few seconds, but what's happening is your device is catching you up to where we are in real time. And that might be super important if there's something you're really hoping to bid on tonight. It also might be super important if what's happening on the screen is not what's happening in your chat and it's driving you crazy. So that's a good way to fix that. So Jason and I do have 15 rounds of offer up style items tonight. We have quite an eclectic mix, I would say, tonight. We kind of have hit the gamut of so many things. And we will show them to you one by one. We will show you an item. Jason will pin the start price right where our names are right now. And we will start accepting bids in $1 increments if anyone is interested on the item while we're describing it, telling you any condition issues, telling you anything you need to know about it. Maybe if you know something about it, pop it in the chat. We like to learn. We don't know everything, and we would love to add to our knowledge base about things. Once we see a few bids come in, we will start a countdown. And we're going to do our countdowns from 20 seconds sort of from here on out on YouTube because that's just the way it is. At the end of that countdown, we will say bid end. And when we say bid end, our official bid ender, who is Karen Gillette, will type the words bid end into the chat. And we will take the highest bid that comes in before that bid end. That's the person who claimed the item. If you do claim an item, please just remember it is a promise to pay. And if you do claim an item, we need some information from you. But I'll talk about that in a second. Or no, I'll talk about it right now.
Okay.
We need you to email us these 4 pieces of information. We need your YouTube screen name, your real name, your mailing address, and your PayPal email. Jason and I both both invoice using PayPal. You don't need a PayPal account in order to pay us. You can use the link that we'll send you to your email to check out as a guest. Use any form of payment that you have, including Venmo. So it's super easy. And if you have any questions about the process, if you're new to it, let us know. We're happy to answer questions. Put your questions in the chat. One of the mods or one of the other frequent flyers here on Mother Tucker's Monday will answer your question if we don't see it. Now, going back to the bidding part, if you are really interested in an item and it's something that you really want to maximize your chance to obtain, we offer an option called Just in Case on Mother Tucker's Monday. And Just in Case is basically the maximum amount that you'd be willing to spend for that item because you know you really want it. You can, during the countdown, type in the letters JIC with that maximum amount you're willing to spend. And if you have the highest JIC before the bid end, you receive that item for $1 over the next highest bid or the next highest Just in Case. But there are two caveats with using the Just in Case bid. Firstly, you need to be an active bidder on that item. And that means you've already put at least one regular bid in on that item. And secondly, we ask that you only use it during the countdown. If we do see a Just in Case bid come in before the countdown, we will not be able to acknowledge it. And generally, we will encourage you to put it back in during the countdown. So that's actually how the sale itself works. We will do a recap for any items that aren't claimed. And if you do claim an item from us tonight, we just want you to remind you that it's in vintage condition. I happen to have a lot of vintage glass tonight, antique glass actually. And while it's warming up in some areas of the country, it's still kind of cold here in the Northeast where Jason and I are shipping from. So we just remind you that if you are a purchaser of glass, pottery, or ceramics, and we have a lot of all of those tonight, that you let your item acclimate in your home for a day or two before you fully open it. Remember that bubble wrap acts as an insulator and it insulates both warm and cold temperatures. So even if you're in a warm area, the likelihood that your package has sat on a cold truck for a while is quite likely because of where we live. So we just like to remind you of that. We also both use a service called PayPal, speaking of shipping. Pirate Ship, speaking of shipping. And Pirate Ship is an online service. I'm so distracted by Talos. He's like sitting right here on the chair. And the glass is all right here.
He's making sure that you're doing all right and hanging out, keeping an eye on you.
Glass that's over 100 years old and he wants to break it. So we both use Pirate Ship, which is an online service to get you deep discounts on shipping. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So I'm Bill, Garden Guy Bill. I ship from Northern New Jersey. I ship to the US and Canada only. And I will be invoicing tomorrow, unless, of course, you want an open box. I do have another sale on Instagram later this week. Happy to keep your box open to save you on some shipping, as long as it's safe to ship the items that you buy in one box. Jason?
And William's right at that Talos there. He's directing the talent. That's what he's your director. He's keeping you on cue. So I'm Jason, Mother Tucker's Antiques. I ship out of Pennsylvania. I do all of my shipping and I do all of my packing and invoicing on Saturdays. Usually we ship Monday morning so we can get it out to you. But I will be doing all of my packaging and Tina will be doing the invoicing on Saturday. So that means you'll have an open box if you come on over to Wednesday night sale. Fantastic finds. Me and Amy, 8 p.m. Eastern. Shameless plug. So you'll have an open box. At any point, if you guys want to close out those boxes, all you have to do is email me. Let me know. We can package it usually within a day. And once the invoice is paid, we can always ship the next day. I offer free pickup. I own a brick and mortar here in central Pennsylvania called Mother Tucker's Antiques. So if you guys are heading to the area or want to pick it up here, all you have to do is communicate that in the email. We will invoice you just for the item. Once the invoice is paid, then through emails, we will communicate on how and when you want us to get it up to the shop for you. Bill covered everything else. And there was one thing that I didn't recall hearing, so I'll just say it again. We only ship to the U.S. and Canada. I think you covered it. You did. Okay, well, I zoned out for a second. I didn't know where I was for a minute, but Bill covered it.
I do want to add something.
Okay.
Mathematics is not yucky, Karen Gillette. Mathematics keeps the world running. It's important.
I'm good at the mathematical part, but the spelling part of this world just has gotten me, and then if you misspell something and then in your spell checker or then it starts doing the wrong, the whole thing. So there's some friends that jumped in. We would like to say hello to as many as we can. Before I do, Gavin is not here. So in light of him, and just because we want to, please make sure you're following Gavin, which is Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings. Karen, if you could put the link in to his channel, we would appreciate it. Please make sure you're following that channel. He is putting out a lot of content. If you love music, if you love vinyl, if you love turntables, if you love seeing vintage that they purchase from other sellers, please make sure you give him a follow. You will not be sorry. And Gavin, hopefully you can pop in at some point. I assume he's working tonight. So we miss you, Gavin. Hopefully you're having an easy evening. So a few other folks jumped in. Hello, Rose. It's good to see you here tonight. Hopefully you're doing well. There's Tammy. Good to see you, Tammy. And I know we saw Tracy, our friend Tracy Artsy Fartsy. Good to see you. Debbie Gutierrez is here with us. Oh, that one was a good one. There she is, Karen Radford. Again, congratulations on retirement. Hopefully it's suiting you well. Spark Joy in Life, good to see you. It's been a little bit. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome in, everybody. And I think that was everyone that I saw. Nope, I knew it. I saw Mary Beth. There's the one, the only, Patty Rose. Good to see you, Patty. Hopefully you're doing. Speaking of Patty Rose, I know we got to hurry up and get the sale going, but I have to say, Bill was right. I did say PP on Monday. She literally, hello, Trendlin, good to see you. She actually got the notes and the words that translate out, and apparently YouTube says I did. So, hello, Brad, good to see you. I did. I meant to say peep, but apparently it came out wrong. So,
you know, Jason, hearing the words Bill was right is not surprising to me at all.
Bill, you were right, my friend. You were right.
Of course I was right.
I'm not afraid to say it. You were right. So,
I love this, though. Brian is willing to help you with spelling in exchange for moon and stars. I love it.
Okay, we can make this happen.
He's a reading specialist, so he knows. Okay,
we can make this happen. That sounds like a perfect trade to me. So let's get the sale going. Like Bill said, we have 15 rounds. And how much is your first one going to start at, sir?
$5, Jason. I'm going to start with the item that inspired it all, because I'm feeling springtime. And so I have this little 1980s book, 1984 to be exact, but it is so sweet. It's called Swing into Spring, and it includes 8 children's stories about spring, but I just love the graphics. I'm going to show you what the stories are. I'll read you the titles. They're super sweet, and I'll show you some of the pictures on the inside, because if you are someone who does scanning and you like scrapbooks or you like framing things, there are some really sweet pictures in here. But I do want to disclose the one condition issue, which is there's this line across the back. I don't know what it is. It's not removable with a magic eraser, but it is there. So just know that it's there. It's some sort of stain, maybe sun, maybe it was in the sun and something covered the bottom. It is by Current Publishing, and it's got some really gorgeous graphics. Like, just look at that one.
Oh, I love
How great would that be to scan and blow up and put in a frame? Super sweet. And then this one with the bluebirds and the fairy and the bluebells.
They just don't have graphics like this today, you know?
I know. And I love that these are, like, this is when we were transitioning from those really kitschy sort of graphics from the 1950s. Like, look at this.
It's good.
And so the stories are, real quickly, The Legend of the Tulips, Miss Mouse Cleans House, Over in the Meadow, Amanda's Adventure, The Elf and the Dormouse, The Daisy, Hurt No Living Thing, and A Fairy Song. It's kind of like a gardener's dream in a book. Love it.
Love those graphics.
And then, you know, these are actually, I would say these are great readers for young readers because there's a lot of text. There's a lot of text. This is not like a elementary school children's book. This is for a young reader, but it is full of super sweet graphics as well. And I see a bid, so I'm going to count it down. So right now we're looking for 6 or more. It is 9 inches tall, I remember, and 5 inches across. And it's got this little mouse. Even you can see, at first I thought some child wrote with pencil, but no, those are the whiskers.
Oh my gosh.
How great is that?
Oh, that mouse. If you
Debbie says she used to order from Current. Oh, and that they did cards and stationery. What do I know? I don't remember Current.
My mom used to get Current, the magazine, and I think that maybe they had an outlet up in Blaine, Pennsylvania. Any returns or anything, you could go back up there and
so it's like a catalog?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's cool. Learn something. So I'm going to count it down. We're looking for 7 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You see that, Jason? I see cheese.
I also see plants. I see it too for cheese and garden.
I'm proud of you that you see the plants. I can only see the cheese. Because there's cheese here too.
I can see the plants. How they go hand in hand, I don't know, but I'm here for it.
I love it. So thank you so much, Tammy, with your just in case of 9. This comes to you for $7. Thanks so much.
All right. My theme was kind of like a spring garden kind of theme. Like I was thinking spring garden, maybe at a park, something like that. So that's kind of loosely what I was going for. So $10 choice. I thought these would be neat for you guys to put in. There's some miniatures. They're bone china. I thought they would be neat to put in your spring decor. So usually if you're at a park, they usually have a lake and they usually have some geese, running around. And then you have the little trio of ducks. So I'll show them to you up close, but the first choice is the set of 2 geese. They are bone china, or the set of 3. You got the mom, the dad, and the little baby duck right there. So you get all 3, $10 choice. So they all, believe it or not, the largest in both sets come in at about 2.5 inches tall. So the geese are in a light blue. You can kind of see right there. They gave them a little light blue hue. There is probably remnants of a bone china sticker there on the bottom. So there is the tall one. And then here is the little one you're going to get. Maybe you guys even decorate, and have a little barnyard maybe. I thought they would look cute. So that one is just a little smaller, and the largest one is 2.5. And then your other choice at $10, you get the 3 bone china. So there is the male duck. I think he's called a mallard. I think the male ducks are mallards. So you have him. And usually if you find ducks like this, when they make them, they usually have gnarly chips to them or issues. There are no chips to him with his wingspan like that. And then you have the female duck. So you have her. Let me show you. They did great coloring on these, and they're in very good condition. So you have her. And again, these would even look good in your Easter decor. So then you have the little baby duck, and he is sort of, he's very, they made him very yellow. So he's like a little yellow. So the largest duck in the bone china set comes in at 2.5 inches tall. So he's 2.5. So if you can imagine, the mother is just slightly smaller, and then they graduate down. So $10 choice if anybody's interested. They are the bone china, and you have the little goose family or the geese family, or you have the little trio of ducks. So I'll just wait a moment for the lag, but I'm not seeing any interest, and that's okay. We can bring these back during the recap, but they were $10 choice, and we're going to keep it moving. We got a lot of rounds, so we'll get you going, Bill.
$16, Jason. Okay. And probably no surprise, I have a couple things to put on your walls tonight. And the first one is a crewel, because I love crewels, especially when they have flowers in them. And this one is a gorgeous one. It is Holly Hobby in her pink outfit. And this was made by someone with the initials JAR in 1974. And it is super good. Look at the detail on the dress and all the different stitches that were used. And it's in this beautiful sort of patinaed frame. It is a hard plastic, but it is in really good condition. And what's great about it, Jason, remember these old velvet-backed picture frames? It still has this working leg,
stand, easel,
all of those above, as well as areas to hang it on the wall. So it's a twofer. You can hang it on the wall. You can put it on a surface. So Holly Hobby in her pink outfit, and I remember this outfit because my sister had interchangeable outfits for her Holly Hobby, is holding a cat, walking through a Black-Eyed Susan sort of, although those are late summer flowers anyway, still spring. It's springy. I love it. Right. And then it is embroidered H Hobby down here on the bottom. Just get a quick close up of this frame. It's done in obviously a finish that makes it try to mimic wood, but it's in amazing condition. I've seen these get busted before, and because they're hollow on the inside. It is a hard plastic, but it's super good, really nice. But it is big. So let me tell you what the size is. It is big. It is 16 inches by 13, but super cute. And I thought, for lots of different decors, but if you had a little one to gift this to, or you had a nursery to decorate, how cute would this be? And, a lot of us here today, Holly Hobby was one of our childhood imaginary friends, right? Yep. Although I will admit, should I admit it? I don't want people to judge me.
What?
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
All right. I just remember going everywhere when they had the glasses and they would be giving away Holly Hobby things. That was a big deal. Yeah. Go to the Hallmark store. They had a whole wing of Holly. Yep. Good stuff.
Oh, so Rose says she had a partner. I also know she's normally in blue, and she also has a friend that wears brown.
Okay.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, there's just lots of Holly Hobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell my story. Okay.
All
right. I'm going to count it down. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I was bad. Yeah, blue was the common one. That was the one involved in my story that I'm not going to tell.
I know, Dusty. Now we all want to know. So
I tried to flush my sister's Holly Hobby down the toilet. I don't know why. I don't know what possessed me. And it blocked up the toilet and it flooded the bathroom. I don't know why.
Oh my God. I did it. Patty said no judgment zone.
I didn't do things like that. I was a good boy.
Oh my God, that's good.
Okay, so I'm going to count it down. We're looking for 17 or more for Pink Holly Hobby. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. That's interesting, Rose. I didn't know simplicity made cruel patterns, but it makes sense now that you think about it, because they were so big in the 70s. Oh, Trendlin, I'm sorry to make you snort. I actually don't like snorting. It hurts me. It did require a plumber. It did. Oh, and that was about a week. Oh, never. I'm not even going to tell the rest of the story. That's good. All right. We're going to move on, Jason. So Karen, thank you so much. This is yours.
Okay. All right. That poor doll. Let me tell you. All right. $10. $10 if anybody's interested. If my laptop wants to cooperate, it won't queue up for me. So hold on a minute. We're going to try that again. There we go. It did not work. So let's try that again. StreamYard, don't do this to me here tonight. There we go. It did the second time. So again, I was going like maybe heading into the park summer, and I thought, how great would it be? We usually see butterflies. So, you see butterflies usually around your plants. And I thought $10. This is made of stoneware. This is a stoneware egg with what I believe is a monarch butterfly on the front. It does have a yellow tan kind of background to it. It has a very nice weight to it. It has one of the butterflies here on the back. Again, I guess this would take us back to maybe the 70s and the 80s, that kind of feel. The egg is not glass. It is made of stoneware. And again, I believe that would be like a transfer that they put on it. There is felt on the bottom, and I believe that that's original, to the piece. I was able to find a few examples of this online. Could not find a manufacturer, but I just thought it would be really, really neat. Even if you guys are into butterflies and you want to decorate with it for Easter, we should have it to you in time for that. It measures about 3 inches tall. And again, it's in very good condition. Look at all that great detail. You have the house in the background. You have the little maybe a little lake, maybe a little creek coming down, and then this gorgeous butterfly just flying. And again, I believe it's a monarch butterfly. So here is the back. It does sort of remind me of Lenox too, but it's definitely a stoneware. It has like a very bisque, sort of feel to it. But again, I thought it was really unique. And if you guys are looking for something that has a spring kind of feel to it, even like Bill was saying in his book, look at the detail that they put into that, from the antennas to all the wispiness there of those flowers, and this would even be great to use in the fall or all year round. So Again, it's stoneware. It does have a nice weight to it. When I found it online, they actually described it to be used as a paperweight. I thought more so it was just a nice little figurine, if that's what you guys are into. But again, it's got like a very 1970s kind of feel. And by today's standards, when it has this kind of feel, I guess a lot of folks say boho. Thank you so much, Trendolin. I see you in at 10. But again, this takes me back almost to the same era of the Holly hobby that Bill had there. It's almost the same era and the same feel. And again, look at that scene down there. You can see that they do have the blues in there. And again, there are no scratches on it or no issues. And I think it would just be a neat little piece to put into your spring, summer, or butterfly decor. So let's count it down. We're looking for 11 or more. Hello, Classic Soul. Hopefully you're doing well. So we'll count it down 11 or more from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 11 or more on what I believe is the late 70s, early 80s stoneware egg with the butterflies on it, and or paperweight, 3 inches tall. There's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Trendolin, congratulations. It's all yours. All right, Bill.
$8 for choice. And I have some vintage New Jersey, Wheaton, New Jersey glass to choose from. I have 4 of the Wheaton ink bottles, ink wells, in 2 different designs and in 2 different colors. There's 1 color in each design. Let me show you them up close. These are super. I love them. In fact, this is one of the first collections that Chris and I started collecting together, and he has amassed so many of these ink bottles over time. It's time to let some of them free. Now, this one actually says ink on it. I-N-K. I know you know how to spell it, and it says it on both sides. And these are super, super great for lots of different things, including these are a great size just to put in a window. Wheaton glass, I've talked about it before, was made initially for the pharmaceutical company. They made a lot of the glass medicine bottles before plastics became really popular. So here in Wheaton, New Jersey, this glass company, because we have a lot of silica, because being so close to the ocean, they made a lot of glass medicine bottles. And after plastics became popular, they started making bottles for household use, like these. These really didn't have ink in them, but they would make maple syrup bottles. We actually have one still has maple syrup in it from the 1940s. It's pretty cool. So I have a blue and a green in the ink that just says ink. And these are 2.5 inches tall, 2 inches across. And I have another ink bottle. These were manufactured for a company. What you'll see down here written is the word Carter, and that stands for Carter Ink. And these bottles were manufactured in the shape of a cathedral. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. They're little cathedrals. And I have a blue one and a green one of those to choose from. And while Wheaton glass, because it's a nice thick colored glass, these also come in red, amber, and there's even purple. We have a pretty big collection of Wheaton glass. They can serve lots of other purposes. One thing I love to do with these little ones is propagate my plants in them. This is another form of the ink bottle. And this plant, just I want to show everybody, this cutting I took from a plant about just under 3 months ago, and I haven't looked to see how big the root system is yet. This is just 3 months of living in a Wheaton bottle. Wow. How cool is that?
Wow.
Oh, I didn't think this through.
Now, how are you going to?
It's going to need to go into soil tomorrow, I guess. So super cool to just pop a little cutting in your little Wheaton bottles, and you're going to have a brand new plant for free. Go to your friends' houses. That's what I do. And while they're doing something in another room, snip, snip, snip. Yep. They're never going to know.
I'm keeping an eye on Bill.
I tried to get some cuttings from Jason and Tina's house, but I didn't see any plants.
That's because they're all outside. Our little four-legged fur babies do not like plants.
Yeah, Lisa, I think you're right. But does syrup go bad? I know it gets a fungus in it if it's exposed to. We've talked about it multiple times whether or not we should open that syrup and just taste it, because sugar is a preservative. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. Oh, are you really close to the museum, Dawn? That's pretty awesome. Okay. I've always wanted to go see it. Oh yeah, a small feather would be gorgeous in here too. I'm not going to delay this anymore. I'm going to count it down. Dried flowers. So many great ideas.
I'm with the dried flowers.
Because you can't kill them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or Dino can't kill them. He could chew on them, but he can't kill them. They're already dead.
All right. So right now we are going to start the countdown. We're looking for 12 or more for choice. And there are 4 choices. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Well, Jason ate like a 3/4 century old piece of candy last year. So
I licked it. I didn't eat it. I just licked it.
It's the same thing.
Oh my God. I'm with you, Debbie. I'm with you, Debbie.
All right. I'll try it and I'll report back. Or maybe I won't, and then you'll know what happened.
You maybe need to film yourself doing it, Bill.
All right. So with Jeannie's 11, Dusty has first choice at 12. You can let me know if you would like the ink in the blue or the green, and we'll call these the cathedral in the blue or the green.
And then
this is a good opportunity to use the numbers or the letters on my board, and I forgot. So that's ink, blue or green, cathedral, green or blue.
And Jeannie's on deck. All of them.
That's easy. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, I still can't give up on Easter, so I have a round of Easter bunnies. They will be $14 choice. They are from the 60s. They are all made in Japan, and they are that like ceramic composition that they did in the latter part of the 60s. So they'll be $14 choice. They all have their little round foil made in Japan sticker. Doesn't want to focus. So they all are made in Japan. They're all part of that same company or series. This is the large one. He's holding the little blue Easter egg. He is 7 1/4 inches tall by about 3 inches wide. So they made a whole bunch of these with this company, so you could collect them, a few of them. I love his polka dotted Easter egg. I love the eyelashes on him. They did such a great job on these. And then he's wearing his brown overalls, his little overalls. No chips or damage at all to the ears. And he will be your large one at $14. So your second choice at $14, same exact company. This has the same exact little sticker down here on the bottom. And I have 2 of these that are similar. They're about 4 1/2 inches tall. This one has its carrot, and that's supposed to be like that. That was a fad that they did back then. They kind of antiqued them a little bit. So they would have added a little few brown details to some of the cracks and crevices, just to give it that little antique kind of feel about it. So he is your second choice. I love those eyes and eyelashes. I didn't even check to see if anything glows. I'm sure some of these glow. No, my goodness, they don't. So there is no glow. $14 if anybody is interested. That is your second choice. He is the one holding the carrot. Thank you, Lisa. I think they are too. And he is 4 1/2 inches tall. And then the little fella or little lady with her little pink bow, she has her little yellow egg, and there are some flowered details on there. And she's just a cute little nugget. She comes in also at about 4 1/2 inches tall. So again, they are all marked Japan here on the bottom. Not sure of the exact company that made them, but I do know that there was a company that made and put that sticker on a lot of different figurines, and they are the ceramic composition. So Jerry,
I love things that have that color green felt on the bottom. There's something about that green felt that I just love.
There is, and
I love it.
I love back in the late 60s to kind of make things a little different. They started to add that brown just to give it that antique kind of feel. So that was your third choice. Again, none of these are damaged. There are no chips. There are no cracks. But just remember, like when you see that, that was their antiquing effect to it. So we're in at 14 on choice. We're looking for 15, and you can pick 1, 2, or 3. And let's hold. Now, this guy, they really gave him some real hair details, pardon the pun. So they really detailed them out really well. And he's your tallest one. And the other 2 are just about Gosh, they're about 4.5 inches tall, so they're about half the size of him. So let's go ahead and count it down. Jerry has the bid in at 14, looking for 15. We'll go from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, Rose. We tried to bring a little bit of everything, some antique, some vintage, kitsch, a little bit of everything. So hopefully everybody's enjoying or find something that they like. And Jerry still has it at 14. There's the bid end. Thank you so much. So Jerry, and you're new. Thank you so much for purchasing from other Tuckers. Jerry, let me know which one you wanted. This one I was calling Blue Egg. So that one is Blue Egg. And then this one was Carrot. You want the large one. All right, Jerry, thank you so much. And Jerry, if you can just email me your information, we'll be doing invoicing on Saturday. So thank you so much. Congratulations. The other ones will come back in the recap. All right, Bill.
I just saw Renee come in. So hello, Renee. And Paula, thank you for letting me know. For anybody who receives seeds from me, if you do end up planting them, which would be great, and you get some results from them, and you feel like sending me a picture, I love seeing them. I just love seeing that people have done it. And I have happy news to report from the last round. I got it back in.
Okay.
Fully, it's all back in. So the plant guy doesn't need to worry about having killed his plant that he's babied for 3 months. All right. What am I going to do? $24, Jason. I'm going to do my other big hanging piece right now. I have something, I would say it's rather individual. I'm not going to say unique because it's not the only one in the world, but it is interesting. It's something I haven't brought before. I have a framed stained glass little window pane. As you can see, it has some dried flowers, Jason would approve, and a little moth in there too. And it does appear to be a real moth. I know at this time in the 60s and 70s, they often made moths and butterflies out of flower petals, but this is actually, I believe, a real taxidermied moth. But as you can see, it's got this gorgeous green marbled glass here, and it's got some patterned glass. Can you see that pattern on the glass? It's like a floral pattern. Mm-hmm. And when you look up close, you can actually see the soldering of the, what metal is solder? I don't know what metal solder is. Whatever metal it is. It's pretty gorgeous. And it looks like it's in a dark wooden frame. Looks great from both sides. And I actually bought this for us. Lead, thank you. I kind of knew that's what it was. Lead. That's why it's stained glass window, leaded window. Yes, that makes sense. I bought this for us because I wanted to hang it outside in one of our pergolas. But what ended up happening was we live in a too windy place. And this just I was really nervous. And if you notice, there are hooks to hang it. So technically, the way that it's hooked right now, it's meant to hang on the diagonal, like a little diamond, because that's where the hooks are. The hooks can actually be moved, but hang it in a window inside, hang it on your porch outside. It's pretty gorgeous. But as you can see, it is a big piece. It's 15 inches by 15 inches from the wood. Everybody knew it was lead except for me. I got to study it. Metals are hard. Metals and dogs. I keep saying it. Dogs and metals. I don't know. But it is super beautiful.
It's good. It looks, yeah. I love the different tones of green that they used. And I've never seen where they actually have like a dried insect or like a dried flower in between in that center pane. It's really unique.
No, I love math. I love math. Karen Gillette, music is math.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But I don't see any interest on the stained glass. So we'll bring it back at the recap and we'll move it along because we have some other great stuff tonight.
All right. I have a choice round next. And it's going to be choice at $25 each. If you guys love pottery and you love pink and you love McCoy, then you're going to love these. These are the Dragonfly. I know I should have said something to you, Bill. I didn't know.
I saw them in your preview.
I figured you did. I figured if you didn't have them, you'd have said something. So these are early McCoy, so they are unmarked. So these are the older ones, to my knowledge, and they are in the bubblegum pink. It's reading very true to color, and it has the dragonfly and flowers. So the inside of these is really, really clean. I love the feel of older McCoy, and this would be choice on flower pots. I have 2 of them that are in identical condition. So they measure about 5 by 5. And like Bill has said before, math is involved in these, 5 wide by 5 tall. So again, you can see the dragonflies on there. The underplates on these are attached. So they are attached, and McCoy actually went as far as to put detail on there. And again, there is your base, and there you can get a really, really feel for what the coloring looks like on these. So again, if you guys are looking for like a very like early pottery plant pot to pot your plants in, boy, that was a tongue twister. I think these would be really, really unique. So again, I have 2 of them for you to choose from. They are both in almost identical condition. They were made a little crude because they were utilitarian. They weren't meant to be collected like they are. And if you guys know your McCoy and know your patterns, you'll know, oh, Jeannie, thank you. I see you're 25. These are a little harder to find. You don't find these as often. And when you do, they are very collectible, and a lot of McCoy folks do like them. So just note that there are little blemishes to the pottery. That was just the way they were made. They are glazed, but you will see that there are little slips in it, little imperfections. That is usually how I usually find my McCoy, and I like it. It makes it very unique. I love the fact the way they made the design and kind of muted out the design, and then kind of, just painted it all that gorgeous pink. And I was able to find that they made it in a few other colorways, but the pink, to me, I really like McCoy's pink color. And again, they're in really, really good condition. And just remember, the underplates are attached to them. All the other examples that I found were attached as well. So we're in at 25, and that's on choice. I have 2 of them. They're very identical, in the same exact condition. So we are looking for 26 or more. Let's go ahead and count these down. And Bill, these are 1940s, right? That was my research, 1940s, maybe even late 30s into the 40s. Would that be right? Okay.
No, 40s.
40s. Okay. I see Deb in at 26. Karen, if you're interested, you have to come in at 27. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on these. I do have 2 to choose from. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And of course, I had to bring them both because I'm balanced. If I was going to have them out on the deck, I would want both of them, or on a mantle, I'd want both of them. So, but I also figured we could share if, folks just wanted one. So there is our bid end. Karen, you didn't need your just in case because you had the first 27. So Karen, let me know, did you want 1 or 2? And if you just want 1, Jeannie, you'll have backup. And if you guys pass because you wanted 2, we'll go back to Deb. And I think they were the only other ones bidding. So Karen gets first choice at 27. They're both yours, Karen. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
$14, Jason. And I'm going to bring my planter of the evening. And if you all saw our previews over on Instagram, you know that Jason brought the pottery and the ceramics tonight. So I saw what Jason was bringing, and I'm bringing all the glass tonight. My planter is actually glass. It is this gorgeous cobalt blue slag glass planter. And it has this really interesting deco design on it. They sort of, to me, look like fence posts upside down. I wasn't able to find out what the pattern name for this is. And I wasn't actually able to verify the manufacturer. It may be acro agate, but I don't know. But it is beautiful. If you all remember, Jason and I had a challenge last year where we needed to bring an item that was cobalt blue. This was what I was going to bring until I found the other thing that I ended up bringing, because I thought maybe I needed to keep this for myself, because I just love the slag in this one swirl that goes around the entire piece, and it's in great condition. It was used. You can see a bit of mineralization here. just a bit, but you can tell it was used. And one of the nice features here is you can see those, excuse me, you can see those risers at the bottom of the plant of the planter. And that means when you put your nursery pot inside of this, it's actually going to sit up over the water reservoir so that you don't need to worry about your roots being sitting in water. And then every once in a while you would drain it out, because people are always wondering, how do I use planters that don't have drainage effectively? Well, this one was manufactured to be used effectively. And it's a good size. So you can fit up to a 5-inch nursery pot in here because it's 5 inches across. So a lot of house plants come in 4 and 5-inch pots now. But of course, it could be used for lots of other purposes. I could see this being used in a kitchen, in a bathroom. Excuse me. It's super pretty. And the little fence post things, I don't know if that's what they are, the little teeth, they're textured. I don't know if the texture is coming up. Oh, yeah, you can see it. It's like little orange peel texture. I can see it on my screen. Can you see it?
Yes, you can. You can feel like almost like you could strike a match on it. That feeling, you know?
Yeah, or it looks like little bubbles, right? Little bubbles kind of coming up to us, but it's super pretty. And let me just give you the height, and then I'll count it down. It's 5 inches tall and 5 inches wide, actually. So really, really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead. Bill is still recovering from strep throat. That's the problem. It's just not going away. I don't know what's wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown. Right now we're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Sorry, everyone.
You're all right, Bill. Trust me, mine hung on almost for a month. I couldn't shake it.
I love this piece.
It's a good blue. It's a good blue.
I almost worked it into my 4th of July collection, but it didn't fit. It's actually too high. There's lots of bids coming in. So the bid end, thank you, Karen. Becky had a just in case of 31, Mary Beth 26, but Noelle came in with a 33. So Noelle, congratulations. It is yours for 33. It's a gorgeous piece of glass.
All right. Mine's going to start at $18, and you're going to get both of these. If you guys remember, I think almost everyone had somebody that had these hanging in their house in the 1960s to the 1980s, and you're going to get them both. They are marked Burwood, and what this is that it was like a pulp that they made with the wood, and then they poured them into molds, and then they made figural pieces that could be hung on the wall. They also made some frames. They made some larger pieces. But you're going to get both of these, and these are in very good condition. Usually when I find these, they've probably been dropped or damaged. I love the fact that they look like wicker, like a faux wicker. These can be painted. So if you don't like the white, you can paint them, but you are going to get them both. And they do have their original metal hangers on the back. And again, it is made by Burwood. So let's see if I can show you guys. You can see that it is signed right there on the back. So these are a nice size, and you're going to get them both. They're nice to hang on the wall. These are even great to hang on patios. Like if you want to hang stuff outside, you could do that. They both measure about 10 inches tall by 13 inches wide. So they are naturally, originally white. Look at that great detail. You can't get much more 1960s, 1970s than that. So, and again, I was heavy on butterflies, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. So they are the Burwood. And what I like about these is that if you guys own a home that has like drywall, and I've often said it in past sales, these are light enough. They're not going to pull and, make holes in your drywall. So
they also take spray paint very easily if you wanted to do that.
Agree. Yep. If you guys were, trying to match a room, I've seen folks do all kinds of different decor with these. And again, when I say decor, like different colors with these, and again, they are a nice size. They measure, like I just said, about 10 inches tall, about 13 inches wide, and you're going to get them both. Usually they were sold in sets. So I have a set. We're going to keep them together. So you can see that they're very, very clean. I didn't have to do much to them. Sometimes when you find them, they've had a life. And again, they both have their original little metal hangers on the back. And again, they are made by Burwood. So in my experience with that, it's a pulp that they would make with like sawdust ends. Sorry, Paula, I missed your bid. Thank you so much. Paula's in at 18. They would take like a sawdust and like make a pulp out of it, and then they would pour and press it into these molds. So again, there's no damage, there's no cracks to it, and they are in very, very good condition. And you can do all sorts of things. You could stagger them on your wall like that. Again, if you have like a screened-in porch, you could definitely put these outside. I don't know that I'd put them like in direct sun and out in the weather, but they could be used in different places. And Bill was right. If you don't like the color, these can be painted, but these are the original color that they came in, or at least one of the original colors that they came in. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We're looking for 19 or more, and you're going to get them both. 1970s, 80s, maybe even the 60s goodness. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just looking for 19 or more. And again, you're going to get both. They both have their metal hooks. No chips, no cracks. They're in very good condition. Thank you so much, Karen G. I see your bid end. So Paula, congratulations. They're yours. These are probably the nicest set that I've ever found. All right, Bill.
$18 for choice, Jason. And I have 2 crazy rounds of glass tonight. I brought a bunch of antique glass for anyone who's interested in starting a collection or just buying one piece or adding to a collection. I was able to get someone's collection of old glass, and it needs to find new homes. So in my first round, I'm bringing 3 pieces of blue opalescent glass, really gorgeous, old glass. So the first piece, this is a ruffled bowl, a 3-footed ruffled bowl. This is made by Northwood, and it's in their pattern called Klondike, named after this little shell imprinted ruffle, and it has this gorgeous sort of circular line detail on it with these really beautiful feet on it. This piece is 3.5 inches tall and 6.5 inches from side to side, and it is super, super pretty. And it just reminds me of spring and Easter. Just imagine putting a bunch of colored Easter eggs in this. Really, really, really pretty piece. So this is a piece by Northwood. I also have another blue opalescent piece by Northwood in the drapery pattern. And this one actually has the Northwood stamp on the bottom. It's the N with a little line under it. And this has a gold paint detail on it. Now, I've seen online, initially, each of these areas right here, these raised areas, was fully painted gold. As you can see that it has worn over time to give it a really beautiful antiqued look. Because again, we're talking antique glass here. Super pretty optic looking down the center. This piece is 4 inches tall and 4 inches across. So those 2 pieces were both Northwood. I know this is a crazy round, everyone. Believe me, I know. I also have a piece of Jefferson glass, and this is in their jewel and fan pattern. You can see the jewel here is the round area with the little circles around it, and then the fan here. And this is a nice long piece. They sort of call it, I've seen people call it their banana boat, but it's not quite that big. It is 9 inches across and 2.25 inches tall.
That's a pickle dish. That's a gherkin dish right there.
That would be a lot of good pickles, right?
Yep.
It's absolutely a taco dish too, right?
Okay, it is. Or a banana split dish.
Yeah, super pretty. None of the blue opalescent pieces that I have tonight glow. I tested them. Well, they get that green kind of glow. Right. Actually, no, there's uranium in here. I can see green. It's a milky green, but super pretty. So the first choice was the Jefferson bead and fan. The second choice was the Northwood drapery. And the third choice was the Northwood Klondike, named after the little shell.
Yes.
But I'll bring these back. Oh, okay.
No, you got bids. You got
all
bids.
Right, I'm going to hold them all up and start a countdown. There's another crazy glass round too, just because I'm got to share this beautiful glass. So I'm going to start that countdown and show them all. How pretty are they?
They look good together. I like that. And that's good glass to stack too. I saw how you stacked the one.
Because I ran out of room. I only did it because I didn't have any room left.
Oh my God.
Hi, Amy. Yes, a peppercini dish, Jason.
Yes.
He needs a bigger bowl. This wouldn't be enough.
No. Well, hopefully if we're ever in Pittsburgh again, that nice waiter of ours brings me not so many the next time.
All right, let me count it down. So 15, 14, 13, 12. I said I was going to start at 20. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
So good. They look really, really good together, Bill. Now, have you had these for a while, or did you just start finding them?
A lot of what I have tonight is grandma's glass.
Gotcha.
So from the old store.
Gotcha.
In fact, I brought one piece. I'm going to show you all a crazy piece later. More just for education than probably anyone going to buy it. But I just am finding a lot of glass in the bins. All right. So is there a bid end? I can't even see.
Yes, you got your bid end. Noelle had a just in case of 76. Nikki had a just in case of 29. So Noelle gets first choice at 30.
So we're just going to say A, C, or E. Because I want to use my board because I made it. A, C, or E.
Yeah. So Noelle gets first choice. She wants both Northwoods.
Perfect.
And Nikki, you got what's left, the remaining piece at 29.
The Jefferson piece is left if anyone is interested.
And then if it gets that far back, it will be up to Steele at 21. Right now, we're just waiting to hear from Nikki. Did you want the piece of Jefferson? She took a pass, so Steele is on deck at 21. Steele, are you interested in that at 21? And then those were all your bidders, Bill. All right.
And just to check, Noelle, you wanted the two Northwoods. These are the two Northwoods. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Thank you all.
I'll take the others. Okay. Well, my next round is going to start at $15. Okay. There is a manufacturing defect on it, and there is a condition issue. So it's just going to start at $15. Okay. I had to save this planter. She has a little chip here on the back of her head. And then this is like a little nip. I also feel like that could have been a little bump. I'm also calling that could be a manufacturing defect, but just $15 if anybody's looking for a gorgeous girl to put in with their pink collection, maybe their rose collection. Maybe you want her to use in your Easter decor. I think she would be great for all of the above. She is from 1964. She does have her original Relpo sticker down there on the bottom if it wants to focus. So for $15, outside of the little chip on the back of her hat, she displays really well. I just want to make sure you guys see that. And then she has, and that's probably about the tip of a pen right there. So again, these are great little figural pieces. They're great to actually use as a planter if you want to. She measures about 6 inches tall by about 5 inches wide. So this is one I hadn't seen before, and I thought she would just be fun for you guys to use in your Easter displays. You can see she is clean on the inside. I had to clean some of that double-sided sticky floral I always call it like floral sap that they use. I had to clean that out of her. She is pink all the way around. They did do some airbrushing techniques on her all the way around. She is a nice larger sized planter. And where the little chip is on the hat, honestly, you do not see it. I think she still displays really well. Rose, thank you so much. I see you in at 15. So we're looking for 16 or more. I try not to bring things that are highly damaged or have issues, but I felt that was small enough that at that price, guys would feel confident in adding her to your collection. And you can see how greatly detailed she is. She is a blonde. You can see they even went ahead and gave her the details of like the strap holding her little Easter or spring bonnet on. And she just has her little hand holding up like a, oh my, I have a big rose on my dress. And I love the big overflowing, the big oversized bow in the back. And again, here is the back. You can see very, very clean, minimal crazy, none. There is a little extra piece of ceramic right here. So note that. I felt that with my finger, but that's not a chip. And outside of the little chip on her hat, and then she has the little right here in the front. She's in really, really overall good condition. Thank you, Dawn. I think she's sweet too. I think she would be great for all year. Or if you guys are just into the pink for spring, or if you guys collect roses, I just thought she'd be a great addition. So let's count her down. We're looking for 16 or more. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So we'll count her down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 16 or more. And again, she's 6 inches tall by 5 inches wide. Outside of the little chip on her hat and the little nip, she's pretty doggone perfect. I think she's really cute. All right, Karen G, thank you so much for the bid end. Congratulations, Rose. She's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
$4, Jason.
Got it.
And I have this beautiful pink and aqua linen, which to me just really looks like spring. I believe this was probably a placemat. There was a second one, which was really, really damaged, so it wasn't salvageable. But I think it's super sweet for a couple reasons. It's these two people in this, and there's no stains or anything on it. It's in such good condition, and it's fully stitched. Let me show you. It's fully stitched all the way around the edge. But it's in great condition, no stains. And it's this sweet little couple standing in a rose garden, and they're each holding an apple and a pear. I'll just give you a little close up on these. Yeah, I think it would look lovely framed, which is why I brought it. It would look lovely framed with that little figurine that Jason just bought standing in front of it, like she's going in the front door. This is the little guy who's on it. And what's really great is if you look at these windows, they actually have real curtains on them. Like that's actually, it's actually, they can, yeah, they're 3D, three-dimensional. It's that fabric. I never know the name of that fabric that is the underside of like dresses to give them volume. Tulle?
Oh, I don't think it's tulle. I mean, that looks like it's a heavy cotton, isn't it?
No. This is something like negligees are made out of or something like that. It's a very light see-through fabric.
Okay.
No, the placemat is linen.
Yes, right. The crinoline. Yes, the crinoline for the curtains on the.
Yes, crinoline. Yes. That's what it is, Amy. That's exactly what it is. But how sweet is this? Again, I ironed it beforehand, but linen just likes to have a crease or two in it. So I folded it, and I shouldn't have folded it, but that is actually just a crease you're seeing there. It's not any damage. And let me just give you the dimensions. It's 16 inches long and 11 inches from top to bottom. But I just thought for the turquoise or aqua and pink people, or the garden people, or the people who wanted a little background in a kitschy collection, this would be a really neat thing to have.
They're saying it, and I was thinking it. They're saying it looks very Pennsylvania Dutch, but you know what that would go well with? That would pair well with your Pyrex. That would go well with your butter print. It's like the same turquoise.
For people who do displays, that'd be really great.
Yeah, or your gooseberry for the pinks. Like you add that in there. That's gonna pull those two sets together. Same.
And again, that thing in the middle you can iron out. It's just a crease. Yeah. I used wrinkle releaser, but you have to let wrinkle releaser dry, or the creases come back. But we'll bring it back at the recap, see if anyone's interested at the end of the sale.
All right, guys. Now is a good time. Now is a good time. If you're not following Bill, please do so. We made it really easy. His link to his channel and his Instagram is down below. Please give Bill a follow. If you're not following Mother Tuckers, please do so as well. This is going to start a little higher, but this is a very nice piece of pottery. I do believe, hello, Circle 7. It's good to see you. I do believe that this is Victorian era Majelica, okay? I do believe that it is German. A lot of the details tell me that it is. Now, Bill, I'm going to need your help. I'm going out on a limb. Is this an iris? I think that's an iris flower on there. Would you say that?
It is a bearded iris. You are correct.
That's what I thought it was. So again, this is just a gorgeous little vase. It measures about 4 1/4 inches tall by about 2.5 inches wide. It actually is double-sided, which is something that I don't often see when it comes to like a Majelica era or, in the Majelica style of pottery. So it does wrap all the way around. And then the flowers are actually opening and it's part of your double handle. So again, it's a very, very gorgeous little piece. It actually has numbers stamped on the bottom. And from the bottom and those stamps, I do believe that this is a piece of probably turn of the century, early 1900s pottery, and I believe it's German. Also, whenever it was German pottery and it was Majolica, they usually gave the inside a glaze, and they usually painted it, used like this blue tone color. So $30 might seem like a lot for a small little vase, but this is a true antique piece of pottery. It's in very good condition. It's very, very colorful for this era of Majolica. You don't see it all that often. It has like the lavender, it has the better yellows, the pinks, the blues. It's very, very colorful for this style of vase. Okay, Majolica does have a lot of colors, but just the way this is done, it's very, very unique. So Jeannie, thank you so much. I see you in at 30. Dusty Moose is in at 31. Again, there are no chips. There are no cracks. There is slight roughness to the mold, but they did glaze over that, and it's very cute, the fact that those are your little handles. So they did a couple different sculpts in the same mold with the same flower. And again, down here, see if we can show you, you can see the stamps, and I have it upside down. I can't make out exactly what numbers they imprinted on the bottom, but with the sign of the way the flow paint is on it, along with the pottery color on the bottom, and I've been able to document other pieces with the same exact design on the front, plus usually the German Majolica has the blue on the inside if it's like a vessel like this. So very confident that this is Victorian era, and I'm just amazed that it's in such good condition. Let's go ahead and count it down. It's a great piece with the bearded irises on it. Thank you. I love the colors too. So we're looking for 32 or more. Let's count it down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It's as if they have a full flower in bloom on both sides. It's a very, very unique one. One I found, another example of it was not this detailed. They just had the flowers on the front. They didn't wrap it around the full way. So again, just a gorgeous little piece of antique pottery. So there is our bid end. Dusty, congratulations, but you didn't need your just in case. It's coming to you for $31. Congratulations. I know you'll enjoy it. Thank you all for the bids. All right, Bill. Oh, you're muted, Bill. You're muted. Yep, you got it.
Because I was coughing like crazy. What I was saying was Majolica glaze, as you can see over here, over there, is what got me into collecting pottery to begin with. I think it's so beautiful. I love browns and greens. So I have a crazy item, everyone. This is an example of do your research before you put something in a promo. I'm going to bring it anyway, but I've learned quite a bit about it. So maybe somebody here out of the left park has been looking to add this to their collection because they're super hard to find, and I don't really say that, and I didn't know it, but I'm going to start this for $80 if anyone's interested. And it's almost unbelievable when you see what I have. I have a pink Depression era sugar dispenser, and I had no idea. How collectible these were. So even if you do a little research right now and you're a reseller, this might even be a good thing to pick up. So what's really cool about this is, and it still has, so a lot of them are pretty damaged. This one is not. It has a bit of patina around the top and on the inside, but overall the lid is in really great condition and it comes on and off very easily. No chips or cracks on the glass. Has this beautiful Art Deco design on it, and it's the pedestal one. They don't all have pedestals. But what's really cool about it is that it is a tilt-a-spoon design. It pours 1 spoonful of sugar at each tilt. And that's actually what makes this apparently really collectible. Let me just show you what the inside looks like. It's got this whole mechanism on the inside. It's patented with instructions. So one tilt will give you exactly 1 tablespoon. Tablespoon? That's a lot of sugar, right? A tablespoon's a lot. Always tilt once after filling jar. To clean, pull here. So it actually comes apart on the inside too. You can clean it. And it says, then lift up. Somewhere it told me that it was one spoonful at each tilt. I guess we'd have to measure to see what a spoonful is.
Yeah. I bet you it's a teaspoonful, probably.
I would think so, right?
Yeah. And I've heard people refer to this as the rocket. Some folks that I've, just passing, they always called this the rocket dispenser because it looks like a rocket.
So imagine my surprise. I pulled this out of, again, Grandma's collection from the antique store. Imagine my surprise when I looked this up.
Yeah.
And, oh, goodness. So again, if anyone's watching this on the replay and this is something you wanted to add to your collection, I will probably be listing it on Vamp after the sale tonight because there are people who are looking for these. It's clear after doing the research. But I thought it would be fun just to bring, and I know I did preview it. I didn't want to not bring it in case someone came to the sale just to grab this because it is super, super pretty.
It's a great piece. You do not see this. That I think I've seen this one time in all the years of owning my store that a dealer had one and we sold it.
What's really interesting, if people care, go back to 2015 when pink depression glass was really popular and see what they sold for then. I mean, they're crazy now, but back in it's insane. Who knew? Who knew?
And the pink depression glass is making a comeback. It's actually now as sought after as the uranium depression. They want it just as much.
Pink depression glass doesn't glow though, does it? No.
I mean, unless there's some rare, reason that they did, but to my knowledge, no.
It has that beautiful detail on the bottom. Oh, we have a bid. I didn't even see that.
Yep, Nikki.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm going to count it down. No reason to delay it. It's going to go into someone's collection because it is really, I didn't realize what a special thing it was. So looking for 81 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Jason, does it surprise you to hear that Karen Kennedy collects pink depression glass?
No, I'm just hoping. I mean, I can imagine how gorgeous her pink collections are. I can imagine. I can just imagine.
Thank you for the bid end, Karen. And Nikki, congratulations. You own this beautiful, beautiful piece of history. Congratulations.
And Rose collects the Mayfair pieces, which those are really collectible
yeah,
too.
They are really cool.
Karen G, thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender. Thank you so much. If you get a chance, please put Gavin's link in there. We'd like to get his subscription up a little bit. So $20, you're going to get the whole entire grouping, okay? I found this the other week, and then, of course, with butterflies, I thought, how great. So I turned it into an Easter basket. I'm turning everything into Easter baskets. I believe that this is an early piece of porcelain, okay? I cannot find who exactly made it. I do believe that it is a Bavarian style, German style porcelain. It is matte on the outside. It's glazed on the inside. It has this gilded gold paint on it, and it has hand painting on it, okay? So that butterfly is hand painted on it. Then you have these violets or small little flowers that are hand painted on that side. Then you have some little flowers painted here on this side. And then you also have this like bud of a rose on that side. Now, could somebody in the Victorian era have purchased this and hand painted on this? Quite possibly. They did that. If you guys remember, we had a plate from a year or two ago that had spider webs on it. That was what they sort of did to make things their own. So I can tell you that this was, quote, factory done. But then I do believe everything else, like the little butterfly, etc., was hand painted. So $20, you're getting the basket. I'll show you some more of the basket. You're getting my last milk glass Victorian egg that's coming with it. And then you're getting this cute little flocked. He needed a home. They even gave him whiskers. So you're getting the flocked little bunnies coming with it. And then, of course, I threw some more of that grass in there. So The whole piece measures, let me get my notes here. It measures about 7 inches wide. So it's a nice large basket, 7 inches wide by about 5 inches tall. So you can see here on the inside is fully glazed. Again, I believe that this could quite possibly be like a German porcelain. You can see it's stamped on the bottom again, which in my knowledge is very reminiscent, just like I was showing you the piece of what I believe was the German Majolica. They used those script kind of numbers. It is a very gorgeous porcelain basket. This could be used for all sorts of different things. And I do believe, thank you, Rose, and I do believe that this was personalized, probably in the Victorian era, by somebody who loved flowers. So it would be great as a soap dish. You could use it for all sorts of things. You could use it as a catch-all. You could use it as a little candy dish. And again, I love the fact that they went ahead and did a little butterfly here on the side, and the butterfly is in pink. There might be some light scuffs to it. I did not try to clean it or use a magic eraser on it. And again, it's in very good condition. It is porcelain. So I love the curvature of the handle. Again, show it to my head there so you guys can get a size reference. And again, look at the great scroll work on here with the gold paint. They look like almost like shoehorns. It is not marked, Rose. That's why I'm not sure who made it. I could speculate, but I wasn't confident. But with those numbers, I do believe that this is probably maybe 1900s, 1920s German porcelain. That would be my best guess. Could be somewhere in the Czech region, something like that. But just the way the gold paint is on it, I do definitely believe that it could be. But I couldn't find, there's a lot of pieces that are in the same style that I could find, but I couldn't find anything like this. So we'll just take another moment here. There's no damage to the feet on here. And again, the only marks that are on it, it looks like it's a 108. It's stamped 108, which I'm sure is just the mold number on it. And again, it has these hand details. And again, I didn't try to take that off with a magic eraser. I didn't want to ruin any of the hand painting. You know, if you guys are into flowers, if you guys are a gardener, or you know a gardener, plus look at this scroll work in the handle here. So again, just bear with me here. Then it has the closed rows here, and you're going to get the grass on the inside. So for the 20, you're getting the basket, the Victorian milk glass egg. Whoop, slide that in there. I thought I had the grass in there better. And then you're going to get the little flocked bunny. So just make sure I get everything back in there, but I'm not seeing any interest. That is okay. Get that in there with that grass. That's why I put the grass in there, because it was clanking around. So we'll bring it back for the recap. We'll get you going, Bill.
So I am taking note, everyone. I will be going to the natural food store tomorrow and getting myself some elderberry syrup.
Okay.
So I have another planter, and while I didn't specifically bring anything that's Easter, this certainly is of the season. This is going to be $22 start bid if anyone's interested. It is a 1958 Napco planter, and I just wanted to show you the crazing on the bottom. I think it's coming across nicely because that is the only damage, and the crazing is all over the cream white color. It is this gorgeous planter, Napco planter, of Mary and the baby Jesus, and I have this. We have this already. I already own this. And this one is in super condition because the one I have, the cross has been repaired. It's been glued back on. This one is not. This one is in great condition. But one of the things I love about this particular depiction, other than the fact that it's actually three-dimensional, like you can actually put your fingers behind this, is that it depicts Mary as a young, very young woman, which was very accurate. I mean, she was probably a teenager. And I feel like this is a really good depiction of that. And super pretty. I mean, I think the shading painting that they did sort of in this alcove that they're resting in is really gorgeous with the dark in the back, and then it gets gradated to a lighter color moving forward. And it's a good size. It is 7 inches tall, 4.75 inches wide, flat back. It does have some signs of usage. There is some mineralization and staining on the inside of the planting area on that one side. Other than that, though, it's in remarkable condition. And I thought this might be the time of the year that someone might be looking to add a religious piece to their collection with, it's the season for first communions and for, graduations from all of the different things that we did as little kids in our different houses of worship. And Easter, obviously, Good Friday, everything coming up. So I thought it would be a good time to see if I could find a home for it. And it's a good size, as you can see.
She would pair well with your Hold Howard. Hold Howard did a couple religious pieces too.
Yeah, I have the little boy and the little praying girl, and I thought the same thing because there is the same shape kind of going on.
Yeah.
I actually think they did a Mary as well.
I think they did. Yep.
I think they did Mary and then the praying boy and the praying girl. I have the praying girl within arm's reach, of course. I could probably get it. But they were little candle holders. Those Howard ones. So we have a bid. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown so we can move it along. So we're looking for 23 or more for this really gorgeous Virgin Mary and Baby Jesus planter. Let me just give you a little close up on this little guy. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
This is beautiful, Bill. I've never seen one of these before. And you said it's a Narco, right?
It's Napco.
Napco. Okay.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So there is the bid end. Thank you so much. And Steele, congratulations. This is coming to you. Beautiful planter.
Beautiful piece. All right, guys. $10 choice. And Bill, I'll move quickly. I promised you guys on Friday that I had a few more of these for tonight. So in case anybody came here for them, I have these four. They are from 1985. They are from the Franklin Mint. There was a series that they did called Butterflies of the World. And I have four of them for you tonight. Okay. It's a little overwhelming altogether on here, but I wanted to show them to you like this on my board. And they are all porcelain. They all measure roughly 2 by 2, and they all have their certificate of authenticities, okay? They are thin porcelain. They are gorgeous pieces. I have no problem getting them shipped to you. And the first one that you can choose from, look at the detail on that. This is the Tufted Jungle King Butterfly, okay? So there he is. And they did such a great job. Like I said, I was Google imaging some of these just for the heck of it, and the real butterflies were coming up. So then each one of them also has a area correct flower that they are on, and it all tells you this in the little certificate of authenticity, okay? So the little, whoever had the collection before did number each one, so there's numbers on each of them. So just $10 choice. They even have their little antennas on there. Let me spin him around so you can see. They are made of porcelain. And actually, one or two of them said they were made in Japan. The majority of these were all made in Taiwan, and they are bisque, and they are numbered. Hold on. They do have the, they are signed on the bottom, so you know they are part of the series. So that'll be your first one if there's any interest, and I will move quick in case no one is, but just $10 choice. And if you do some research online, these do go all over the place for prices. So I want to make sure I say this one right. This next one is the Fairy Akraya. And if you guys love Hawaii, this one might be one that you might be interested in because it does usually land and is native to the hibiscus flowers. So this one has the hibiscus flower on. You can see here is the bottom. If it wants to focus, they are all from 1985. So, oh goodness, they are definitely vintage. And these are just cute little figurines that you guys could mix in with your spring decor. Keep them out all year round, especially when it's, cold out. These would really brighten up your day. And these I thought would also make great Easter gifts. If you were looking for maybe some kind of a table setting for somebody, you could let it there and then they could, take it home with them. So you get that. That's another choice. Then we have, thank you, Aunt Kiki. Then we have good old tried and true America's butterfly, the monarch butterfly, and it is on a dogwood flower. So it's in very good condition. No chips, no cracks to any of these. And then again, all four of them have their certificate of authenticity, and they are all either made in Taiwan or in Japan. And they do have their antennas, like I said. They did great details on these. These remind me, of the porcelains of like the Lenox and all sorts of things. Then you have the glassy wing butterfly, and again on this gorgeous yellow flower. Just gorgeous and very good condition. This one's a little larger, roughly, like I said, hello, Bug, good to see you. Again, they're roughly 2 by 2, give or take. Some might be a little bigger, some might be a little smaller. So those are your 4 to choose from. We're in a 10. We're looking for 11 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. So you can just pick them as I have them up. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 is the Monarch, and then 4 is the last one that I showed you. So it'll be easier for you guys to just put numbers. So Aunt Kiki's in. Let's count it down. We're looking for 11 or more from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. No chips, no cracks. Very delicate porcelain. Really cute. And again, that was the first one that I showed you. The Jungle King. The second one is your fairy one and it is the fairy Akraya on the hibiscus. There is the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. So Aunt Kiki, you get first choice at 10. Hopefully you knew which one or ones you want. And then your third one is the good old Monarch. And then the last one is the Glassy Wing one. And that is the one on the yellow flower. So you can take a variation, but it was in the order I showed. You could just go 1, 2, 3, or 4, or a variation of them. And I'll just wait a moment here. And in the meantime, I can watch the chat and we'll get you going, Bill.
So just a follow-up from the last round. This is the little candle holder we were talking about, the little praying girl, which looks very similar in style. And, you know, just for you thrifters out there or you antique shoppers, if you see something that looks like this, always check the bottom because you never know. It actually may end up being one of the companies that we love. This is definitely a Holt Howard piece from 1960. There is a little coordinating buoy that goes with that. Super cute. I have a ceramic, Jason, a kitschy ceramic for $14 start bid. If anybody's interested in adding this little guy, he looks a little surprised, a little shocked, a little scared. He's confused. He needs a home. He is super cute with his little, he's ceramic, but he does have like a little leather tail. His tail is actually leather and it's posable. Yeah, you can put it in lots of different positions. And I don't know if the eyes are not ceramic. They're either plastic or glass. I don't know, but they're super cool. And it didn't even occur to me to see if, oh my gosh.
Does it glow?
He's like possessed. Yeah. He's like possessed. Really cool. Oh, wow. But he's a bank. He was a bank, actually. I don't have a stopper for him, but he does have a nice big stopper hole down here. And that's one of the standard sizes. If you did want to replace the stopper, he does have the slot in the back. And he's in amazing condition. The only condition issue I would point out is a little discoloration in the paint under the glaze right here. Not fully painted in those areas, but super, super cute. I just feel like for people who maybe collect cats, it would be really fun to, or other animals, little forest creatures. It'd be fun to put him in a collection because he looks like the one who's like, he sees the sky falling and nobody else does, right? He was the first one to see the sky falling.
He would be cute if you did a charcuterie board and just put him in the middle and use the slot. You could use the coin slot to put a knife in.
Like that is actually really two good ideas, Jason. I'm not surprised. A little bit surprised. I'm not really surprised. But he would look really cute next with some cheese in front of him.
He would.
Like you caught him on the board during the party. That's really fun. Yeah. And he's a good size. He is 6 inches tall and 3 inches from side to side. And we have a bid, so I'm going to start a countdown. But yes, I agree. Little piles of cheese all around this guy. It's perfect. Perfect. I would love it. And maybe he could become the thing at your family gatherings. Like every time the family gets together and there's a charcuterie board, little Kelvin the mouse or whatever you end up naming him becomes the thing that the kids look for. Little fun. I love trying to figure out little traditions. All right, so we're looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And there's still quite a bit of tail up there if you wanted to, I guess, elongate a little bit more.
Right. God, I love him.
Hi, Anna D. Thanks for joining. And there is the bid end. Trina, thanks so much. This little guy's yours for $14.
All right. It's been a while since I have had a vase to offer, and I was happy to find this because I think this is more conservative. Okay. It's not a radical with a big swing or a big pull, but I thought this would look very nice in your spring decor. This would be a great white one to use heading into the patriotic months. Again, it doesn't have a major swing to it. This is a piece of older glass. I do believe, my gut tells me this is early Fenton, okay, the way the base is, but some folks have said that it could be Northwood. I believe that it's probably the opalescent ribbed Fenton vase. So it's either Fenton or Northwood, but again, it's in very good condition. No radical swings for $30 if anybody is interested. There's no sickness to it. There's no haze to it. It measures 11.5 inches tall. Let me get in here on this gorgeous opalescent so you guys can see all that great ribbing. Look at the way they pleated it here at the bottom. I think they did such a great job. I do still, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's about 12 little fingers up here on the top. Again, this isn't going to be your big radical vase with a big swing. This is going to be your gorgeous, maybe centerpiece on your entryway table, or this is what you're going to use when you have some fresh cut flowers, you know, from the yard this year. And again, you don't want to fully distract from the flowers, but when you're not using it with flowers, you want it to look really, really pretty. And it has these gorgeous ribs on it. Almost looks like a ribbon itself. You can see the texture effect on it. And then there's no, on this panel, it is smooth. Then we have texture again, and then it repeats and it's smooth. So 11.5 inches tall, a gorgeous piece of what I believe is early antique glass. It is in the opalescent. There you can see the star from the other side. Again, this is going to be a great piece to use in your summer, in your red, white, and blue if you want to. This would be great at Christmas time. It would be great all year. You know, that's why white is such an easy color to mix into your vintage. So it almost speaks to me like it's early Silvercrest. So you can see that it is like a cased glass. So it does have the clear tips on there, which I just think is very pretty. It almost also looks like ice, you know, almost ice. So it would be a great piece in the back of your milk glass displays. And again, it would pop because it's so iridescent. You can see.
Jason, I don't know this, but did Fostoria do white opalescent?
They did. It sort of would marry or does look like a piece of Fostoria now that you bring it up. Some of these earlier vases, they always stump me because they all sort of looked alike. It does. It does have a great glow to it. I don't think that there's any uranium in it. I didn't really test it. Well, it does glow purple. You know, it will glow purple under black light, but it's not going to glow with uranium. So I'm not seeing any interest. That's okay. We can bring this back during the recap, but it was $30. It is a larger one. $30. It is in very good condition. It is 11.5 inches tall, and it is either Fenton or it is Northwood. But now, Bill, you're saying Fostoria. I don't think Fostoria I don't know that they made vases this early. I do believe that this is probably the same period of like your Jefferson that you had earlier and those pieces. So we'll bring it back into recap. Let's get Bill over here and keep her moving.
$28. And in an effort to bring the biggest range of things I could possibly bring tonight, I've brought a few of these in the past. And every time I bring them, I wish I didn't bring them. But I have this amazing carnival doll for your consideration. Look at how massive this one is. It is so super big. It is 25 inches from bottom to top. It has a great face. A lot of times we see dents and indents and impressions in the face. They get scuffy and dirty, and a little magic eraser cleaned this one up really, really well. It does. Probably the only condition issue to note is that its satin ribbon has seen better days. It's a little yellowed. It's stiff. and a little frayed at the edges. But other than that, the bell bottoms are in great, great condition. The seam in the back, which often you see has been repaired or ripped, this looks like the original stitching to me. Yeah, it all looks like the original stitching. And if you don't know these were carnival prizes in the 1930s and 40s into, I think, the early 50s. This is what you would win when you won a game in the carnival. Most of it is made out of cloth. And the interesting thing about that is most of the cloth that they used in these carnival dolls were the scraps left over from the textile industry for clothing. So this would have been someone's, I don't know, piece of clothing at some point. And these were the scraps. The only piece that's not cloth is the blue bodice just on the front. That is vinyl, some sort of vinyl. But there are people I've seen massive collections of these. People just really, there are people who just really love these. They're super, super good. The black on the front is a piece of ribbon that is stitched on. It's black ribbon and stitching in white, but super, super good. And my belief, I think I said this in another sale, is that in the 1970s, when some designer said, we need to come up with a different pant and let's do bell bottoms, I believe they were secretly inspired by these, because aren't these great? Although I think bell bottoms were a thing in the 40s too, now that I think about it.
They were. Well, it was this big sailor thing. They're asking, Bill, how old do you think this is?
Well, we know that these were manufactured between the 30s and early 50s. That's when they were used as carnival prizes. Right. So that's likely in the area of when they were. I don't think this one's a 30s one. They always did. I don't think they had rubber faces. They always had these hard plastic faces.
Like almost celluloid. Like a celluloid.
Yeah, it is like celluloid. I probably had like maybe 10 of these in my time. They even made ones that had bunny ears. They made a 4th of July one. I actually think this one would look super for 4th of July. I think it's the right colors.
Bill, do you think she could be folded for shipping? Would you feel confident in folding her a little bit for shipping?
Not at all.
Yeah, I would.
Not at all. She would need to go into a box larger than 18 inches. So that is a shipping concern. There's no way at all that I would fold her. Absolutely not.
Those are great Easter colors.
What's that?
Those are great Easter colors.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we have a bid, so I'm going to start a countdown because we have a lot more. We have a few more rounds to go through tonight. So we're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hi, Heidi. Good to see you tonight. Good to see everybody tonight.
Yeah, this is a collection I always secretly want to start collecting. Me too.
Isn't it so good? I just want like 10 of them on a chair somewhere, like just kind of piled on one another. So good. Carol, thank you so much for your just in case. You didn't need it. This is coming to you for $28. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. My next round is going to be $15 choice. I normally don't bring things that are this contemporary, but I had them. They had the look. They fit what I was doing tonight. And believe it or not, they got a resale value. Okay, so $15 choice. I have 2 different sizes of these porcelain open lattice style vases. A lot of times Bill talks about this technique. This previous owner did run the ribbon through it, so you could take that out or leave it. It didn't originally come like this. I believe these were produced probably in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's made by a company called Formalities, and they are made by Braum Brothers, and they are made in China, okay? But it has a Lenox kind of feel to it, and it has a gorgeous, the butterflies on this are gorgeous. The transfers on here are just great, and I have 2 sizes. Apparently they sold, thank you, Steele. Apparently they sold these in 3 different sizes, so I only have the 2. The first one is 7 3/4, and then I have the 5 1/2. So they're now we're looking for 16 choice. You can see they're very clean on the inside. Let me show you the great detail on all these butterflies. Again, I was on a butterfly kick. Look at the green.
You knocked it out of the park with the butterflies today.
Wow. Thank you, sir. And the gilding and the cobalt on it. Like, that is tremendous detail, especially for 90s porcelain, how detailed they went. And it repeats. So they have butterflies all the way down to the bottom. All of the gold is in very good condition. Again, it is porcelain. And it is a company that is called Braun Brothers, and this was part of their familiarities. Yep, the familiarities line. So that is your largest one. They even repeated the gold up here on the top. There are no chips, there are no cracks, so that would be your large one. And then there is your smaller one. This would be your other one to choose from. And this one comes in at about 5.5 inches tall. It has the same exact butterflies on it. And again, I think this would pair well with some of your earlier antiques. If you were into your Bulgarian or your Nippon or anything that is the porcelain companies, I think this would marry well with that and look just as good. And plus, at the price, if something should happen to this, you don't have to worry that you broke a precious, piece that's an antique. This has an antique feel about it. But they were done so tastefully that I could not let them behind when I found them. So, and of course, I like to be balanced, but I do like the different sizes. So, yes, ginger pots could be, absolutely. And again, they do have the open lattice on them. They are porcelain. There are no chips. There are no repairs, no scratches to the design on them. The gold is in really good condition. They do have a nice weight to them, so you could weight them down with some flowers. I think they would look great. And again, this is what the previous owner did. If you're not into that, it's real easy to take off. But I wanted to just offer it to you either way, especially this time of the year. A little pink added to that is just great. So we are in with steel at 15. We're looking for 16 or more, and you can pick one or two. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on these from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And again, I like that idea. Plastic dish filled with nectar, and you could turn these into butterfly feeders. Look at the greens they used. You just don't see a lot of the modern porcelain with some of those colors they used. So there's our bid end. So steel, congratulations. Just let me know. Did you want the set, or did you want the smaller one or the larger one? Just let me know if you want the large or small, and you can take both if you want. And they were 15 each.
The
large one is yours. Congratulations, Steel. We'll bring the small one back for the recap. All right, Bill.
Okay, I promised a second crazy round of antique glass. I'm just going to do it. I don't know if people are glassed out at this point, but I have 3 more pieces of antique glass starting at $18 for choice. Okay. And these are all white opalescent uranium pieces. So they all have uranium in them. 2 of them are in the same pattern that we saw earlier, the Klondike pattern by Northwood. So the first one is this gorgeous Northwood creamer. Again, the Klondike pattern indicated by these beautiful shells up here, and then this gorgeous sort of white ribbing that you see around it. It is super, super pretty. And again, these are all in great condition. This one does, as you can see, does have uranium in it. It's a glower. And this creamer, it is stunning. I love creamers. You all know that. I don't know why, but I love it. It's got a beautiful floral pattern too, just like we saw with the other Klondike piece. This creamer is 5 inches tall, 5.5 inches across. Again, in such good condition with the 3 feet. The second Northwood piece I have is also Klondike, and it is this low 4-footed pedestal bowl, candy dish bowl, but a beautiful shell pattern, the Klondike pattern around the edge with this gorgeous sort of diamond or square pattern in the middle. Again, in amazing condition. This one has some uranium around the base, as you can see. The opalescent part doesn't have a ton of uranium in it. You can see some, but it doesn't have a ton. But that's really, really nice. This piece is, so this is 2.5 inches tall and 7.5 inches from side to side. And then I have another glass company that we haven't seen tonight. I have some Dugan glass. Isn't that fun?
Yep.
And it has this gorgeous, it's a pedestal compote ruffled dish in this beautiful pattern. This is called their coin spot, not the coin dot, the coin spot pattern. And those are the coins there. A lot of other glass companies call that pattern coin dot. Dugan calls it coin spot. Don't know why, but they do. But it has this beautiful pedestal here. And I don't know if Dugan glass was typically older, but this is insane, the amount of uranium that's in this one. It's really, really pronounced. So pretty. And like the other set, let me just say the size. The Dugan glass is 4.5 inches tall, 6.5 inches from side to side. And like the other three, they do look glorious together. Yeah, jelly beans. I would love that. You can use the pitcher, the little creamer here, to walk around your house and pour jelly beans into all your other. So you have a jelly bean container in every room. That's the fantasy that Jason and I live in, right?
Yes, they want to kind of know the dates on these again. What era is this, Bill?
Well, Northwood glass is old, right? 1900s to 1920s. I'm not as familiar with Dugan, Jason.
God, Dugan's been around for a while, so
I know it's late 1800s, but I don't know when they ceased production.
Gosh, I don't know that, but I think Dugan outlasted the other companies you've been showing.
I think it did too. Northwood, I don't think lasted through the 20s. So right. we know it's before that. And Jefferson and Northwood are almost around the same time period.
Yeah, like that's that weird era, right, when they came out from flint glass, and then they started making, of course, the early American pressed glass. So it's that weird period coming right out of the 1800s into about the 1930s before they.
Do any of the glass people in the chat know the dates of Dugan?
I don't know.
It's just a company that I never see the glass. I never get my hands on it, so I don't really know. But I'm going to, we talked about this long enough. I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown and show you some beautiful glow as I'm counting it down. So right now we're looking for 19 or more for choice, and there are those three choices. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, Dee and Michelle. So Dugan didn't last very long. They were there. They were around for 10 years. Yeah, so super old glass. It's all over 100 years old. Everything here. I just installed a black light in one of my cases. Not that I have a lot of glowy glass at home, but I sell so much of it, I feel like I should legitimize myself and handle. So thank you both for your bids. Karen, you have first choice. You can let me know if you would like A, C, or D. These two are the Northwood pieces. This is the Dugan piece. And I'm going to try to watch overside.
And then Paula is your backup then, Bill.
Perfect.
A. She wants number A.
They're all good, but that one's really pretty. So Paula, if you wanted C or E, just let me know. And if you would like to pass, that's absolutely fine. So I have one more Northwood and one Dugan.
I think you sold us all, Bill, when you said that would be the jelly bean scoop. I think that's
I know. I want to walk around my house putting jelly beans or sprinkles on my. So Paula, you want E. Fantastic. Congratulations to both of you.
All right. And we'll bring the last one back for the recap. Yep. So guys, now's a good time to remind you, please make sure you're subscribed to Bill's channel. We put the links down below. If you guys are watching this in a replay, please consider giving both of us a follow. Both of our links are down below in the description. Sort of like Bill's sugar dispenser, I previewed something and didn't realize how popular they have become. So it's going to start at $30. Some of the prices they were getting on eBay, and they got a lot. This one is lower because it's going to reflect it does have damage, okay? So this is an alabaster. I'm sure that this is made in Italy. It doesn't have its Italy sticker anymore. It has all of its birds in it. So let me take the birds out because I want to show you where the damage is. So this is a little figural bird bath, a little candy dish. You can use it for all sorts of things. It does have a little discoloration. I did not try to clean this at all, okay? I'm going to let the new owner go ahead and clean it. I think it will clean up very, very nice. So, Dusty, I see you in at 30. I sold a larger one of these a few years ago, and boy, have they gone up in price. So here at the bottom, I want to try to show you if you can see there's a line right here, okay? There's a line right here. This corner right here looks like it had been broken off and it is glued back on. It is a very good repair. Honest to God, when I picked the item up, I didn't even know that it was damaged until I had it under my ring light. But right here, that's not a vein, that's damaged. So this is your vessel. That is your little bird bath part. Of course, you know, this is all veined out. And yep, nope, that's in the carving. So I tried to give a good look. See, nothing looks like it's damaged. All of that is carved. And then, of course, we have the holes because they have the little hand-carved little doves that pop in these little holes. So that's usually what's always missing. So again, I did not do anything to these. There's a little discoloration to this one. Maybe there's a little bit of damage to this one. So Dusty, if you want to retract, I just noticed that. I thought that was veining. That could be damage on that, but he is there. So it looks like we have a little wing damage on the one, and then we have the pedestal part. So that's the only as-is part. But if you're looking for one of these, I think it still displays very nicely. It measures about 3 inches tall by about 4.5 inches wide. So again, it's like those eggs that I've been selling, me and Tina have been selling around Easter time, and it does have some age to it. But these are just popular little vessels. And again, I just think it's super neat. And I usually never, ever, ever find it that it has all 4 birds to it. So they just describe it as a little bird bath. And I want to tilt it, but I don't want them to fall out and break. So there's the inside. And again, I did not try to do any cleaning to this. We do have the repair down here on the bottom. That is really, really good. And I do believe now that I'm looking under the light, one of the tails on one of these birds may have been repaired. But other than that, it's a super cute little bird bath, little vessel that you guys could use. Again, I was going for the garden theme. And this would just be a great little piece to add to your, if you guys collect stones, things like that. So, and you could put all kinds of little things in it. I could not find what these were exactly used for, just decor. But if anybody knows exactly what they are, please let me know. Everyone just described them as little decor and bird baths. So let's count it down. Dusty has the bid in at 30. We're looking for 31 or more. And boy, did it pull my socks off. Bill, if you get a chance, research what some of these go for.
I'm familiar.
I had no idea. So let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just to get, definitely put your jelly beans in it. Definitely. Dusty, we see your just. Oh, gosh. All right. I would use it to put jewelry in. That's what I would do. I'd put it next to your sink. If you need to take your rings off, do that. Congratulations, Dusty. It's yours for $30. Congratulations. All righty, Bill.
$28, Jason. I have another kitschy ceramic. If anyone's looking for the cutest little kitten cookie jar that you've ever seen, I have this little lady, this little guy, this little them who's looking for a home, just stole some cookies out of the cookie jar, is looking off to the side to see if anyone saw them do it. When it comes to condition, it's in great condition. There's just a little bit, and maybe it's not even paint loss. I don't know. Maybe that's a little circle in the middle of the cookie. But if there's anything wrong with it, there's a little bit of, no, it looks like a little flower on the cookie. But it's in super condition. And it's one of these cookie jars. There's a whole series of these that just have Japan stamped, embossed on the bottom. Nobody knows who made these. I've owned a few of them over time. But this one is super, super cute. Now that I'm looking at, this is a cat, right?
I believe it's a cat. Yeah.
Okay. Because on screen, the nose doesn't look, yeah, it is definitely a cat nose. But on the screen, I was looking at it, I was like, is that a pig? It's clearly not a pig.
You thought that pig, would a pig be gray?
Yes, Jason, there are pigs. But it wouldn't have fur like this.
Right.
Oh, the top is in really good condition. No chips or cracks. Yeah, see, Mary Beth thought it looked like a little bit of a pig too. Okay, all right. But actually, it's only because of my camera. When you look at it, it's definitely the cat's. What does the cat have? A cat puss? Is that what it is?
Snout. They have a snout.
A snout?
Snout.
Look at these big cheeks. Like, I think this cat already ate some cookies.
Yeah, that
cookies are in their cheeks, right?
No, that cat ate some cupcakes. That's what that cat ate.
You're so jealous.
Just a little bit. Just a little
and
bit.
You can see the little tail wrapped around the bottom.
I love these cookie jars. These
I do too.
These make great, not just cookie jars, but they make great to put in your coffee bar, put your K-cups in. You can put other things in them. They don't just have to be used for cookies. I mean, you could put cupcakes in them if you want to, but
yeah, absolutely. 11 inches tall, 5 inches from side to side, a cute utensil holder. Put your ribbons in there if you do sewing, lots of different things. But cookie jars are a hard sell because not everybody needs them. Oh, yes. Where is it?
A utensil. Oh, there you go. That's how you're going to scoop your jelly beans out of the pig cat jar.
But really, really cute. So we'll bring it back at the recap, and so we can get through the rest of the rounds.
All right, guys, let me get myself over here. $18, and I know a lot of our friends collect flower frogs, and I know they like birds. So myself and Tina found this unique porcelain, and I do believe that this is a pheasant, just because of the way the feathers and the little crown is. So I do believe it's a pheasant. It is a 3-hole flower frog. It is porcelain. There are no maker marks, so I can't. Again, it could be Germany. It could be German porcelain. I can't say because I couldn't find an exact example of it, okay? There is great details to this piece. They did a really detailed job. You can see that there's no damage to the beak. The coloring on it is superb. They even put some gold around the tips. This not only doubles as your flower frog, but it would make a great figurine. So, again, the way the feet are, I think it would fit in some other sort of vessel and would look really, really nice in your decor. Look at how they detailed these flowers. Again, I think they did a really, really good job. There's no damage at all to the piece. And again, this piece measures, I didn't tell you, so I can't tell you again, it measures 6 inches tall by 3 inches wide. So if you guys, have those little shallow planters and you're looking for a very unique flower frog, I think this would be it.
You're right. That's like the prairie's version of a flamingo.
Yeah,
it would look good in those shallow planters.
It would, and there's great detail. I wish it had some sort of a maker's mark on it. I couldn't find any exact examples of this anywhere online, but I can tell you that this is a very, very fine piece of porcelain, especially then the way they painted it. I can only speculate that this is probably prior to the 1950s from when it was made. Look at the details on the face and the eyes on it, especially if you guys collect birds or you collect flower frogs. I know a lot of folks collect the figural flower frogs, kind of like some folks collect the pie birds. This would just be great. This stands alone. You don't have to use it as the purpose it's intended for. It just makes a great figurine. So I think he would be great with your different birds. But again, look at the great details on him. And there are no chips. There are no cracks. Look at how they even curled his tail around the bottom of the stump there. So again, let me give you the measurements. Again, he's a nice size. He's 6 inches tall, and he is just about 3 inches wide. I would have expected there to be some sort of damage to him, but there is none. And that has to be, I really feel like this could be another piece of German porcelain, but that's pure speculation. I don't know for sure because there is no insignia. There are no marks on the bottom, as you guys can see, for me to give you for sure who it is. So looks like a lady peacock. Okay, I don't know the difference. I guess, well, wait, no, but would the male peacock be the fancier one? I always thought the birds were, I thought in the bird world that the males were always fancier to save the females. So Shara, I see you. Hopefully I'm saying that right at 18. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 19 or more. And like Bill said, we got a bid. Let's count it down. So we are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid in. Anna, you're right. I'm not sure that I know exactly how fancy the males are.
They're fancy.
Are they? Okay.
Some of them have like an emerald green and a dark red, really beautiful colors. Isn't it interesting how some animals and birds are of a decade? Like
Agreed.
In the 70s, you think owls, but in the 60s and 50s, you think pheasants and flamingos. I just think it's so interesting.
Correct me if I'm saying your name wrong. It's Shira, right? Am I saying that right?
Shara?
Shara, congratulations. Thank you so much. It's yours for 18. I think this is your first purchase from us. So congratulations. If you can just email me all your information. We will be doing all our invoicing on Saturday. All right, Bill, congratulations. It's a gorgeous piece.
So I have one more round of glass, everyone. It was a glass night, I know. But not antique glass. This is vintage glass. Vintage Fenton. We haven't seen any Fenton tonight yet, have we? All right, so I'm going to start this at $32 for the pair, if anyone is interested. And one of my favorite spring flowers is the Lily of the Valley. And I have a gorgeous pair of Fenton's Cameo Lily of the Valley candle holders in the color they call chocolate. I've seen it listed in antique stores as root beer, but talking to Fenton dealers, I've learned that they call this chocolate. And it is opalescent as well. You can see all the beautiful opalescence around the edges, but just those beautiful details of the Lily of the Valley there. And Lily of the Valley comes in multiple colors. The opalescent blue is also really popular, but there are others as well. There's like a stunning purple that's almost like a jewel colored purple. But this chocolate one, I just always love. The base color, it's sort of a very dark amber base color. It's like a root beer. And then with the opalescent on top of it, it's just so pretty. And there's no damage to this pair. And I was so excited to get both of them. You know how many times I see these Fenton candle holders and you only found one, but here they're coming together. So I think they're super pretty. And they're sizable as well. The candle holders are 4 inches tall, but 5 inches across the base. And I have seen people online, don't know if Fenton ever meant this, but with this particular sculpt, I've seen people online display them like this as well and put a larger votive whole candle in the top. It's pretty sturdy when it's facing this way too. So it could be double duty for you if you wanted to. And then if you were really brave, you might, I don't know, I'm not that brave. But we have a bid, everyone, so I'm going to count it down. If anyone else is interested, now is the time to get in on this gorgeous set of Cameo Fenton chocolate Lily of the Valley candle holders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You know that that scene in Willy Wonka where all the kids go into the chocolate factory, into the garden part first, and they're the little teacups, wax teacups that are growing on the trees that have like little juice in them. That's what this looks like to me. One of those Willy Wonka teacups. Okay, so there is the bid end. So Dawn, congratulations. They are yours for $33. Congratulations.
All right. And Karen G., thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender tonight. Please, if you think about it throughout the evening, please make sure to put Gavin's link in the chat. $18. And I'm bringing it kind of like what Bill had said earlier, but a little different. Like, I don't know who's going to be interested in it, but when you find something you've never seen before, you pick it up and you bring it. So, I mean, I've sold lady head vases before, but I've never had a chalkware one, okay? She does have a little issue. I think there is a little damage down there at the bottom. As you can see at the bottom of the rose, there's a little bit of wear, but she's in very good condition. So if you guys love chalkware and maybe you've always wanted a head vase in chalkware, I think she would be a gorgeous piece to your collection. So just $18. You can tell that they, of course, airbrushed her, which that's what I love. I love the more muted details if you're doing more of like a 1930s decor. She is in like a jadeite, but they kind of antiqued her a little bit. They put like a cream color over top of her. There might be just little paint chips to the flowers, okay? The only issue that I would say is the extreme part is I do feel like that's an older chip because you can see how dirty it is, okay? That is at the bottom, though, and she still displays very beautifully. There is the inside. She is heavy. She's heavier for head vases because she's made of chalkware. They did go ahead and make the top maybe a little more rounded, so when you look at her this way, I think she looks very eye-appealing. If you look at her from the top, it's a big cylinder here, but you have to remember, like, you're going to be putting flowers or something in there. She's one of the ones that the way the vessel is on the inside, it's rounded like a cup. I thought she would make a good vanity one. I agree, guys. I think she is very elegant. I think she's very different. Bill, have you ever seen one of the chalkware head vases like this?
No, but
Like,
she looks very much like the Glamour Girl sculpt. So I'm wondering if maybe this was like a prototype for that.
It could be, or it was like one
after, before or after. I don't know.
Or maybe it was one of the versions they did to do as giveaways at carnivals. I don't know. Like, I just think she's really different, really unique. Thank you, Karen. I see you in at 18. Again, the only damage that I can report is down here on the bottom, on the underside of the rose, there is a chip, but boy, is it dirty. And I think it's been that way for the better part of its life. We do have just a little bit of paint wear here to the back. There's a little paint wear up top, but nothing major. And she's actually like a dusty blonde almost, you know, she almost has, like, in the right light, almost has like a silver glow to it. But I just think she is so different and unique. And she is larger. She measures 8.5 inches tall. So if you're into head vases, she's 8.5 inches tall and she's about 4 inches wide. So again, I love the way they airbrushed the face. I think they did a great job. I think it's very different when it comes to the head vases. And again, this, as I hold it back here and I spin it, you can really see the color. It's like a sea foam to jadeite kind of color. And then they also did an antique on top of it. And the main base is, her face is like a very creamy color. I just thought she was super unique. And I had never found a chalkware one. And
I think you're right. She might be a carnival prize because that's just what they made them out of.
I bet it was the same company, had the mold, and they just made the chalkware ones to give away. Now, of course, I don't believe she had earrings, but they at least gave spots for them. You can embellish her if you want to. So let's count it down. Karen's got the top bid at 18. Thank you so much, Karen. I'm happy she's finding a home. So we'll count her down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. She's definitely got a heck of an updo. And of course, she's got her hair all up. You know, and she does. She matches the glamour girls, but she's different. She's different in a good way. Different in a good way. So, Karen, I don't think we're going to need it. We're just waiting on that bid end, and there it is. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you for your help. Karen, she's coming up north to you. Congratulations. All right, Bill.
Okay, so this is our last round before the recap, and we do have a good recap. So stick around, everyone. I have a choice, Jason, of some ceramic kitschy salt and pepper shakers, starting at $15 if anyone's interested. Now, the first set I have are these. I've seen these before, but I never owned them, so I was so excited to get a pair myself. Oh, I have these awesome pink elephants, kind of like in a gingham pattern. They're by Relco, as you can see on the bottom. They both have their beautiful Relco stickers still. They both still do have their what look to be original rubber stoppers. They are, like many of them, a bit hardened. But these are in super condition. I don't see any chips or cracks. Someone took really good care of these. This is the pepper. The only way to distinguish between the two is that the holes are on the back. So yeah, if people would need to look at the back in order to know what they were dispensing. But who wants to put salt and peppers in something this cute?
Heck no, they become figurines. They're so doggone cute.
Oh yeah, and trunks up. And look at the detail, the ears. The ears are just so big and graphic. And these are 4.5 inches tall and 2.5 inches across. So they are your first choice, the Roco elephants. Now, the second choice, and I don't know the company. These are just stamped Japan. And I've seen these before. I've never known the company. Amy may know. Are these anthropomorphic bugs. They have wings that are playing golf.
Yeah.
Golf with little balls that look like strawberries to me. So there's a whole fantasy going on with these things. Now, the thing to know about these two is there is a chip in the paint on the wing of this one. The other one's in great condition. That's the only condition issue. They do not have stoppers, but they have those funny little holes that always made me wonder, did they really ever have stoppers to begin with? I don't know.
It probably did and fell out right away because no one was going to use these as shakers. These are
you can't put, these are just two. These need to go into your bug collection or your anthropomorphic animal collection. They're just so cute. Yes, bugs are cool. They are cool.
Yes,
I agree.
They are.
So I'm going to show them one more time, then I'm going to start a countdown. So if you're interested, now is the time to get in. Yeah, I think they're fun too, Lillian. So we're looking for 16 or more for choice on the elephants or the bugs. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yes, vintage does have the power to draw us out of being a lurker, right? Sometimes you can't. I lurk a lot, quite frankly. I'm in a lot of the sales. You're all in. You just don't know I'm there. But sometimes when that right planter is there, people find out that I'm lurking, that I'm there. All right, Donnie girl, congratulations. You have first choice. Would you like, you have only choice. Let me know if you like the elephants or the bugs. The bugs are good. He took a little tumble, but he's good.
God, I think we covered the gamut from antiques all the way up to kids.
Really did. We hit it tonight.
The pink elephants.
The elephants are yours. Thank you so much.
$14, and gosh, I want to call this a manufacturing defect on it, but I don't know. Okay. There looks like there's a smooth chip here on the bottom. Okay. There's just a little right here on the underside of the rim. It doesn't catch my finger. Maybe somebody did chip it and sand it down. I don't know. But I believe this is made by Jeanette Glass. This is what they call their crackle pattern, or refer to as their crackle pattern. I think it looks like a beehive. Okay. That's why I brought it. I love the green. The green does not glow. $14 if anybody's interested. It would be a gorgeous candy dish for your spring decor. It would be great to use as a gift. And again, I do believe it's made by Jeanette Glass. They actually went as far as to panel out for an optic effect here on the bottom. Again, just please note whatever we got going on there. I didn't even notice it when I picked it up, but the ring light caught it. So it is a nice smaller piece of glass. It's 7.5 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. And I do believe that this was one of the ways that they achieved the pattern of crackle before crackle glass came into fashion, more so in the mid-century. So I believe that this one is a little bit earlier, but then again, Jeanette did repeat their patterns for a good long time. So there's no damage to the finial top, so it would fit and look nice in your deco glass. It would look good in your mid-century glass. There you could see the crackle effect, and it is textured so you can feel it. Donta, am I saying that? Danita, thank you for 14. Thank you, Bill. Words are hard for me. Danita, thank you. I see you at 14. And thank you all. We're seeing a lot of new names, and we appreciate all of you. And thank you, all of you new folks that are coming in to hang out with us. Thank you so much. So 14, we're looking for 15 or more. And again, it's just a gorgeous piece. If you like this sculpt from Jeanette, you can, find other pieces. I find this more so in the marigold version that they did. Not so much the green.
That's the one I've seen.
Another reason why I brought it is I don't find a lot of green Jeanette glass. Okay, so that's another
marigold,
reason.
pink, or milk glass.
Yeah, so that's another reason why I brought it. I'm not saying that it's rare. I just don't see it often, so I thought maybe you guys might like that as well. So looking for 15 or more. This is my last round. Let's count it down. So I like the shape too, Karen. Thank you. 20, 19. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Danita has it in at 14. We're looking for 15 or more. Gang, don't forget those just in cases. They're there to secure something, you know. Even if no one else is bidding, it might be good to throw that in so it secures it. There's the bid end. So congratulations. It's yours for $14. And my email's right there. So if you can just email me all your information, we will be doing our packing and invoicing on Saturday. All right,
Jason,
Bill?
you knocked it out of the park today with the park garden spring theme.
Well, thank you, sir.
Good job.
Thank you, sir.
All right, everyone. So now's the point in our broadcast where we are going to show very briefly, once again, anything that wasn't claimed earlier, because maybe you needed some time to think about it. Maybe you weren't here. Maybe the spirit will hit you now, and if you want to add something to your collection. So the way this will work, it will work pretty much the same way as the regular sale, except we'll move much more quickly. We will show you an item, say what the start price is, quickly describe it, and if you're interested in putting a bid in, you need to do it quickly because we move on pretty quickly. In fact, it can be helpful during the recap when you put a bid in to also put a description, a one-word description of the item, just so we know which one you're talking about, because we do move that quickly. If you are the only bid that comes in within a reasonable amount of time, 30 seconds or so, the item goes to you. If we do see another bid, even if we've started another item, if another bid comes in a reasonable amount of time, we will go back and do a quick countdown. And just in case option stays in effect during the recap. And it's that simple. The most important thing, though, is the most important person, Karen Gillette, remains our bid ender during the recap. So I have a few things, Jason.
Do you want to do a few, Bill, and then I'll do a few because I have. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I have my big piece. I'll just show first. $24 for that lovely stained glass piece that is able to be hung because there are hooks on it in gorgeous condition. I don't see any condition issues with it. So $24 for this. It's 16 by 16, just so you know. Really, really pretty piece of stained glass with the little dried arrangement in the middle. And the other big piece I had was $28. Also $28. So definitely, if anyone bids, let me know. I had the Mischievous Kitten Cookie Jar made in Japan, if anybody is interested in that. So you could put $28 cookie or $28 stained glass. And I'll let Jason go.
All right. I had my choice round left over for the miniatures. So you got Donnie Girl for the window frame.
All right, I'm going to count it down because we have another. We have two claims in. So let me count it down. We're looking for 25 or more. Right now, Donnie Girl has it. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. It is so pretty. I'm so glad. We really were trying to use it, but it is way too windy where we live. It made me so nervous every day looking at it hanging there.
It just screams spring.
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous? I love it.
So good.
All right, so there is the bid end. So Smalls with your just in case of 28. This is yours for $25. Thank you so much.
All right, let me get myself back over here. Let's queue up. Thank you, Karen G. I had the choice again for my little bone china. This was your first one. This one is just a set of two. So these are the little geese, and they were $10. And the tallest one measures about 2.5 inches tall. They have a blue, almost Delft blue hue to them. Again, I thought if you guys did like a little barnyard display, or you were doing something like this for spring. I feel like I'm covering his head up. There you go. There's the larger one, no chips, no damage. And there is the little one. So they would be $10. Just put $10 geese. $10 geese if anybody was interested in those. Then the other miniature, these were the bone china. Other ones I had, this was the duck family. So this is the larger male duck, and he looks like he's taking flight. He's about 2.5 inches tall. This one was a set of 3. So you'd get him. You get Mama Duck. Let me get my hand up there. It wants to focus on my face. So these were $10. So it'd be $10 ducks. If you're interested, there is the mama duck. All right, Melissa, I see your 10. We'll just give it a moment for the lag so everyone has a shot. And there is the little baby duck. I'm not seeing any other interest. So it looks like, Melissa, congratulations. You get the ducks for 10. So I will also show while I'm here, I will go ahead and show. I had 2 rabbits left over from my choice round. These were the composition. They were made in Japan. They're the 1960s. So this one measures just about 4.5 inches tall. This one is rabbit. And that would be $14 if you're interested. And it still has its made in Japan foil label on the bottom. So you're very welcome. Thank you, Melissa. So this one would be carrot if you're interested at 14. Carrot, 14.
Hi, Daniel.
And this one would be egg at 14. So that's egg at 14. And they do say made in Japan. How are you, Daniel? Good to see you, sir. If it wants to
called you a quack, Jason.
Huh? That's all right. That's all right.
We are a bunch of quacks.
God knows I've been called worse. God knows my store's name is Mother Tucker's. So that would be your second choice. And that one would be egg at 14. Gosh, Bill, let me just do one more while we're here. That way I don't hold us up too far. This was my more contemporary. This was the smaller one from the larger one choice. And that one measures just about 5.5 inches tall. It's more contemporary. The bow is not original. The previous owner added it. It is made by Brom Brothers. And that would be $15 if anybody's interested. You just put vase. It is porcelain. It is from the late 1990s, and it has all these gorgeous butterflies. They came in 3 sizes. So that would be $15 if you're interested. And guys, if you see anything that doesn't get claimed during the recap and you are watching this on a replay, please feel free to reach out to either one of us via the emails in the description, and we'll do our best to get you invoiced. All right, Bill.
Oh, Patty Rose. That's all I'm going to say about that comment. Oh, Patty Rose.
She got me hook, line, and sinker. She has it on. She has proof that I said it.
All right. For $18, I had one last piece of antique Northwood glass. This is the low bowl in the Klondike pattern with this beautiful scroll. It does have uranium in it. Super, super pretty. If anyone was interested, this is $18. And it is 3.25 inch. I'm sorry. It is, what size is it? Oh, it is 2.5 inches tall and 7.5 inches from side to side. So Nikki is in for the bowl, and I don't see any other bids. So Nikki, congratulations. The bowl is yours.
And I think Steele's claiming the pig cat. Meow snort. So,
I know it's not really a pig in real life. Like, it's just on my camera that it looks like it. The poor thing.
You're going to have to console that later and eat some cupcakes with it.
All right, Jason, you can go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I had what I believe is early porcelain basket, and I do believe that it's Bavarian or German. It is a little lot. I added some grass to it. I do believe that I do believe originally it was gilded and painted, and I think somebody probably in the Victorian era added the hand-painted butterfly, the hand-painted forget-me-nots, and then you have these. Maybe they're the forget-me-nots, so they would be the forget-me-nots. I think those are the violets, right?
They could be, yeah. It's hard to tell without seeing the center.
Okay, and then that's the closed rosebud. Plus, you're going to get my last milk glass Victorian egg. So that will come with it. And then you're going to get a flocked little bunny. So this whole lot was $20. So if anybody's interested in this, you just put basket 20, and you could have that. Again, no damage to it. And I didn't do any cleaning to get those scuffs off because I was afraid I would take the original paint off. So if you're interested, just put basket 20. Thank you, Patty.
You got to count it down.
Okay. Oh, we got 2. All right. We're going to count it down. Thank you, Bill. So Patty's the first in at 20. So we're looking for 21 or more. So let's do it from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just looking to break the tie, or you can use the just in cases here if you want to. And we'll just wait for Karen's bid end. Bill, do you have any more left to show? Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll get you going then after this. So, all right, Patty, it's yours. Thank you so much. All right.
I hope John doesn't yell at me, Dee. All right, for $4, I had this beautiful little linen, what I believe was a placemat. What you're seeing in the middle is just needs to be ironed out. It's not damaged. It's in great condition. No stains. It's got this cute little aqua and pink couple holding an apple and a pear with these really cool 3-dimensional window shades. So $4 for the linen, if anyone is interested. And then my final item, which you all just saw, if anyone is interested, for $15 in the Kitschy Cute anthropomorphic bug golfers. They are $15, and just note that there is a little chip on the wing of that one. Yeah, we can talk, Daniel.
All right, Bill.
I'll set Jason.
All right. I had 2 of my Franklin Mint from 1985. I had 2 of my porcelain butterflies left. They both have their certificates of authenticity. They roughly measure about 2 by 2. So I have the tufted Jungle King left, and that is him right here. So that would be butterfly. We'll make it easy. We'll go by color of the flowers. This one would be blue butterfly, and that would be 10. They're in very good condition. Believe it or not, these are very collectible. Folks really do collect these. And these were from a series they did called Butterflies of the World. So this one we'll call blue because it has a blue flower. Pardon me. So just put in blue, $10 if you're interested in that. No chips, no cracks. The few I have found in the past, they were always completely damaged. So this one we will call yellow because it has a yellow flower. And this one is your glassy winged butterfly. Your glassy winged butterfly. And you'll get a certificate of authenticity. So just put yellow 10 if you're interested in that one. And then I don't have bittersweet tonight, but I do have a swung vase. And this one, I don't normally do this, but this one I can let go at $28 if anybody's interested. I'm not sure. At 28, you put vase 28. Not sure if this is Fenton or if it is Northwood, but it is in the ribbed pattern. So it gives it that optic and it gives it that texture, and then it repeats to smooth. It's not a radical swing one. This is more utilitarian. I think it's more simple for those of you that like to decorate in more earlier decor. I think it's going to go well if you do 30s and things, not so much your crazy mid-century. Got you, Noel. We'll just wait for a moment. I don't think anyone else is going to take it, so we'll just wait for a second. So Noel, congratulations. The vase is yours. So let's get both of us back up here. Again, anything that wasn't claimed during our recap, please feel free to reach out to Bill or myself. Now, we are both active on Vamp, so if you watch this in a replay in a reasonable amount of time, Dawn wants your linens, Bill, please reach out to us, and if we still have it, if it isn't at Mother Tucker's or on Vamp, we will gladly invoice you and sell it to you. Karen G., thank you so very much for being our official mod and bid ender. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. If y'all are not subscribed to Bill's channel, we made it really easy for you. We put the links down below, along with a link to his Instagram. We would both greatly appreciate it during a replay if you followed both of us. Every little like, every little comment, every little subscription or follow helps us grow our small business. And Bill, you want to tell the folks where you're going to be at next and what you got going on?
Yep. So for me, this is a Kitsch Keeper week, and that means on Thursday at 5 o'clock, you can find me and my buddy Steph Crazy for Kitsch Vintage over on Instagram. 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, we try to bring you 20 to 25 rounds of fast and fabulous kitschy goodness mixed in with some glass and some seasonal stuff. So you can find us on Thursday on Instagram.
All right. I will be back Wednesday night for Fantastic Finds with my vintage sister, both of our vintage sisters, the one, the only vintage sister, the one, the only Enamor Amy. So please come on out and join us. We're almost at a year anniversary on Wednesday nights. We have a really good time. We get started at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we do something sort of unique. We kind of share the evening with you. So we bring our fantastic finds, which are the items that we deem fantastic because we want to offer them to sell. And then what we do is we turn it over to you. So we share the community's fantastic finds. So if you are not subscribed to Amy, please do so. And Amy, if you can get your link in there, please make sure you subscribe to her as well. Then, guys, I just want to make one other note before we let everybody go. The last Friday of the month, which is Good Friday, okay? The Valentinos are going to be here on YouTube. They're going to be here on Mother Tucker's. We're doing something special. We're not going to tell you what it is yet, but you wait. It's going to be something that you would never believe that we're doing on Good Friday. So, guys, make sure you are following Bill. Make sure you're following me. It's going to be a really good time. You will enjoy what we're doing on Good Friday. So, hopefully you guys can look forward to that with us. Please make sure that you're also following us over on Vamp. We are going to start doing a Vamp sale. We will let you guys know when and those details very shortly. So I'm not sure what kind of sale it's going to be. If it's going to be a rapid fire, if it's going to be a pick two, it could be jewelry. But please stay tuned. We are going to start doing a Vamp sale, and we'll let you know what time and day we choose to do that on. So, all right, Bill.
Oh, Jason, I just realized I may have already told William what the last sale of the month is, but I know he won't share it with anyone.
Oh, well, my friend, I'm telling you, I found something today that's going to be, I found a couple things today that are going to be there. And boy, I'll tell you, it's good stuff. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please, everybody have a very good evening. Before I let you all go, please consider, if you are not, please consider becoming an organ donor. It's very, very simple. It helps save lives. It is just a way of paying it forward. There's thousands of people on the transplant list right now. It gives other people an opportunity to continue to live a healthy life. So it's very easy. I try to make it easy. Next time you get your driver's license renewed on your DMV, all you have to do is tell them, yes, click as I'm an organ donor. It's safe for you, and it's your way of just kind of paying it back as you head on to wherever you believe the next place is. Because there are folks in our community that are suffering. Thank you so much, Tammy. Thank you so much, Bug. There are folks right now in the vintage community that we are part of, whether directly or indirectly with, that are suffering. And I myself received an organ 3 years ago. I wouldn't be here if it wouldn't have been for that individual. So please, all I can ask you is consider it. If you are not, please, please, please ask somebody to be. So, guys, have a very good evening. I will see you. Oh, you're very welcome, Chris. I will be back Wednesday with Amy. Till then, please be kind to one another. This world seems to, in some aspects, be getting pretty nasty out there. So please just do a random act of kindness. Show some consideration to your fellow human. And have a good night, guys. I'll see you back on Wednesday.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.